From doing all this years and years of studying, and on my second Japan trip, I got in contact with the Nightwalkers. They basically made me a junior member of the team. Visors from when they were in D1 Grand Prix.
You can't see
Actually, you
nothing.
can. Wow, actually, you can. Wow. There's it right here. Yeah, I found it right here. Okay. Yeah.
So, like, what do you end up doing with all this? Like, it's stickers. I feel like we all have this problem. So, like, you know what I mean?
They will go on my back window of my car, because that's the rule. If someone gives you a sticker, you got to put it on to be polite. And I still kind of get chills for that today. It's like, man, it happened. Like, it's worldwide. Now you have, like, the European leagues that are killing it, drift games, which is arguably, I think, one of the series out. I have one in there where it talks about the third car rule, where if you're in, like, a tandem train, or a Dante, as they call it, every third car doing something a little different to kind of make everything flow right.
Welcome back to the Circle of Drift podcast. We are going to be back in Atlanta, Georgia to speak with Adam this time and talk to him about his Understeer King account and a lot of the things that he's collected throughout 20 years of being into drifting. If you don't know what Understeer King is, it's a not just YouTube channel, but just a video log of a lot of nostalgic and just old drifting videos that are not just from Japan, but the US and all over the place. So without further ado, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's just go ahead and get into the podcast. Well, here we are. We are in another unusual location, but we have Adam from, actually, let's probably not even mention that. So we have Adam, aka Understeer King.
Hello.
If you don't know the lore, I'm sorry. But yeah, how are we doing, dude? We're in one of his like trinket rooms. That's what I would call it, at least. There's some cool shit in here.
There's a lot of stuff in here I've collected since I was, like 6 years old. I don't throw any gifts away, and when I was little, I would play with my toys realistically. Like, I wouldn't crash them or anything like that, I'd like park them, like, I gotta go to the store and stuff like that, So that's why a lot of stuff is like that old and not damaged.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I walked in. I didn't even realize half this stuff whenever I walked in. But you said how long did it take you to occur all of this stuff?
My entire life. I have to say, I have to be real, my entire life, because there's literally like, there's like one of the models up there I got when I was like 6 years old. It's like, well, actually, you really can't see it from here, but
that's so
a lot of stuff I've gotten. I take care of everything.
I couldn't even tell you where half of my old kid stuff are. But like, so did you have like a major car influence as a kid?
Yeah, most definitely. My mom, for sure. My dad likes to take credit for that, but it was really just her. Yeah.
So I've obviously heard that like you and your mom are the ones that go to Japan together. So like, do y'all do that often?
Our first time doing that was instead of going to prom, I went to Tokyo Auto Salon, because we were at a time attack event at Road Atlanta. We met John Deary, the main editor of Super Street, and he was like, "Hey," like my mom was like, "I want to, do more of this stuff." He's like, "Well, we go every year." At the time, it was Super Street. Now D Sport Magazine runs it, but they have a little deal where all the magazine editors or anyone in media can go to Japan in a group tour, and they handle everything. Like the organizing, the hotel, and you just pay your flat rate. At the time, it was only $1,800 a person. So that's like that was the flight, the hotel, the VIP TAS tour, and then we went to Motegi Speedway and did some drifting, which was pretty cool.
Holy shit! So how did your mom get into all this? Like on her own?
Like, so she's been in the car since she was little. I don't know where she got into it, because her parents weren't car people at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she had like a Pinto and a Mustang, and then she eventually got a 240Z in college. And then she met my dad, and he had a 240Z also. And so they kind of hit
it was
off,
over from there.
It was, yeah. Then
that's hilarious.
Well, he likes cars a little bit, but she likes them. Yeah, she'll change the oil. She'll want to do stuff. She still has a sports car today. She has a Lexus ISF Sport, and then she has a Japanese S2000 right-hand drive.
Dude, that's gotta be so cool to have like your mom share your passion with you.
You
don't usually see that.
Well, growing up, I was all I would hear. was like, man, that's really cool. Your mom supports your hobbies or things like that. Or she knew, she saw I showed an interest in that stuff when I was a little kid and just knew where to take me. Like we were at all the races, like Atlanta Dragway or Road Atlanta for different random things, and then we found out about drifting through. Well, let me back up again. So she's
take your time. We got plenty of time, bro.
She's a teacher and she teaches ESOL, English as a second language. So there's a lot of Japanese immigrants here, like a lot. We have Fuso, Kawasaki, Yamaha, and different brands like that here. So when people come over for work visas, they go to school 6 days a week. So they go on Saturday.
Okay.
So they would rent out a school in the Gwinnett, DeKalb area, and they had like Japanese school on Saturdays, and she would teach English there, and she would take me along,
Yeah.
and I would just go sit in the classrooms, and that's how I kind of picked up on all the stuff, like all the comics and the cars. At first, I didn't want to go. I'm like 6 years old. I don't want to go to school on Saturday. It's just stupid. And I got there. It's like, man, like everything's better. They got better comics, better toys. Everyone's really friendly. The food's really good. They really embraced me, and it was really nice. And it was life changing. I think about it a lot. Like, man, I should have done a little bit more, but that's fine.
You only do as much as you can at the time.
Yeah,
I get it.
I was a little child. So.
Yeah. So okay, then at what age did you actually get into drifting then?
I would say like 12 years old. I played a lot of the Ridge Racer game. Yeah, 99. Yeah, I'm old. 1999, I played Ridge Racer.
I was born a year before that.
Oh, you were? Yeah, that's a good era, dude. I'm old, y'all. So I played Ridge Racer, and I noticed they had two different classes of cars, had grip and drift. I was like, what's this drift thing? And I tried it, and I was like, man, that's pretty fun. And then there was a Japanese store that was up the street, and I used to go there, and they had all the option videos and things and VHS tapes.
The fact that you have all of those.
Yeah, they would just sell them. Yeah, they sold them at the store, and I was like, I bought them, and I popped them in. And the first Drifting Goku I saw, man, is totally like captivated me. Because my dad, like I said, again, he likes cars, but he likes more European cars.
Yeah.
Like the snobbier cars a little bit. Like he's a big like Mercedes guy and like Ferrari, Porsche guy. So I would go to those events, and they were fun. But one of the things that really drew me into drifting was on the videos, like everybody was doing it. There was like, kids doing it, older people, women, like everybody was accepted. It was really cool. And that's what really drew me in, was how anybody can drift and everybody's having a great time. Yeah, there wasn't something like, oh, you gotta get out of here or something like that. And it was like, oh, come on, you want to slide? And they had little team competitions, and everybody had a personality, and it was fun. Yeah.
Damn. Dude.
And I love the way people were customizing their cars, because it was I hadn't seen that. I only seen people driving their stock Porsches or Ferraris. And like, yeah, cool. And then like I see this guy fully customized like FC. It's like, this is shit. This is cool, and it's like his car. It's really cool. And also the prices for things were a lot lower back then.
That
like,
is very
ridiculously low, man. Like when I was in high school, you could get a SR20 engine and trans and ECU and all that for like $1,500.
Yeah, good luck now. There's actually this S14 with a built SR from RS Entropy down in Florida.
Yeah, he's a legend. RS.
Oh yeah, it's $4,500 for the car. It's never been started.
Wait, now?
Yeah, right. I can say. Actually, I'll pull the link up right now.
I thought you were talking about like man back in the day. That literally sounds like an old like imported Atlanta post. Yeah.
Oh, he sent it to me. I was driving on the sim with him the other night, and we started talking about SRS chassis and how my RB car is like always issues and stuff. But yeah.
And it runs?
It doesn't. Well, it hasn't been started. The motor was built by RS Entropy, and then he ended up moving to Tennessee, and he couldn't take the car with him, so it's just been sitting in Florida, and he didn't get to finish it.
I mean, it's a good starter car. It just needs lights and a bumper.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, well, and whatever else. I didn't read the description, but
right. But like, it's a built SR20.
Yeah, because the engine alone now is
worth that.
Yeah,
almost.
Or in his build, like one of my friends just sold one for like a built SR. He just sold his for $8,000. So
Oh.
that's like a goddamn goddamn, as they say around here, dude.
Oh, hopefully
that's
someone
a
catches that
deal.
deal before this podcast comes out.
Yeah, that was an eyebrow. Like, whoa, like how much?
Yeah. I did the same thing whenever you showed me, and I contemplated it for a minute, but I was like, hold on.
And it looks like a car. You know,
I need two cars. I got 2 broken cars right now. I gotta fix at least one of them. Oh, part of it though, I guess. But anyways, we can go back to you. Sorry, I wasn't trying to go on a tangent about SR cars, but you know, since you brought it up.
Yeah, it was my fault.
No. Well, no, I want to kind of. How many trips to Japan have you done so far?
3. Yeah, not many, but when I went the first time, it was a while, and that's where I got my main exposure. And then I recently went back, and 18 years later, and last wait, rewind. Sorry, rewind. I remember story.
Back it up.
I went back again after I sold my 180 SX. I had a bunch of cash. I took my mom and my wife over there because my wife had never been. So we did like a month-long trip over there. That was extremely nice. And I got to see the car I bought in Japan and things like that. So that was in 2024. And then I went back again like 6 months later for Tokyo Auto Salon because my mom texted me on Christmas. She's like, "You want to go to Tokyo Auto Salon?" I was like, we were just there like 6 months ago. She's like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So it felt,
I wouldn't have batted an eye. I would have been like,
it felt weird though, like
sure.
going back like in 6 months. It felt kind of weird, like I was just here. But my last trip was probably one of the best ones I ever had. I work with Final Bout a lot. I control their social media and I help Simba with whatever task he needs during the event. So I drove all the Japanese drivers around in a tour bus along with the Lexi from Noriato.
No way.
So when I went back for TAS, they all returned the favor and like took me out on like man, this guy, I thought we were just gonna get dinner and stuff. He shout out Daisuke, Team Charm. Thank you so much. Like seriously, he picked me up. He drove me around like everywhere in Japan. We went to Kawasaki, went to Toto House, the shop where he tunes his car. I went to his house and met his wife and kids and the hamster. It was like a really humble, nice trip. Yeah. It made me think about consider moving over there, like, because I know a few people over there are trying to get me to move over there, but you know, I have the house and you know, my wife has a nice government job.
Property is actually pretty cheap over there.
It's hard to get it though if you're not from there. It's a pain in the ass.
I've also heard that as well. Yeah,
you know, that makes sense.
Unless it's haunted or something.
They have a small, you know, the nation is probably about the size of California. Well, the East Coast, excuse me, lengthwise, and I get it.
That's
you know,
true, yeah.
They got compact room, but you can't do it. You just got to have a lot of credentials.
Well, so obviously, like, understeer and like the whole social media side of your stuff, you have a very well archived full of just crazy footage.
Oh, thanks.
A lot from Japan and like just everywhere. But how do you make these connections? It's like you just said, you're driving around in a van full of like legends, pretty much.
Oh man, well, in the early 2000s it was easy because so the first formulated drift they had ever was in Road Atlanta in 2004, and the pits were just open, so you could just talk to folks. And I was a teenager, a little kid talking. And they were just impressed with all the stuff that I knew. Like I knew what parts were on the car and blah blah. So oh cool, you know. So they gave me their email addresses or MySpace at the time, and I just keep talking to people over the years and keep leveling up. And it's weird, kind of came here, yeah, because they asked me to do Final Bout in 2019 because I originally started with 3 people. It was Simba, Ilya, and this guy we call Phil. Well, excuse me, his name is Phil, but we call him 3L. This is like DJ producer name. You were
starting Final Bout.
No,
originally,
absolutely not.
Okay, okay. I just want to clarify that. It sounded like you just said that, but okay.
They started that in like 2014. 2014, they started that. And hold on, I have hair in my mouth. Cat hair.
Dude, trust me, I get it.
So Phil or 3L was the one who managed all of their social media, and they asked me to come aboard to do like filler posts whenever they didn't have anything to do. So I would like post it on my magazine or DVD scans. And then Phil got heavily into video game development and more to his music producing, and he had to step away. And that's when Simba and Ilya asked me if I could Takeover as the Instagram account holder. I was like, so that man, at first it was a lot of pressure. Like I was like, man, I don't want to invest. It was like 100,000 some people on the account. I was, man, I can't fuck this up. But then I got the swing of it really easy. I've been doing it now, man, since holy crap, since 2020. I've been to 5 years, 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had you ever done anything like that? Like
No, not
manage
for
a
anybody
social media?
else.
Like
No.
not anybody? Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we've had a lot of learning and it's been fun. And I really enjoy doing it. And Sim was really easy guy to work with, and he's really passionate about Final Bout and showing people what drifting, well, his style of drifting, which is team based.
Yeah. Do you think that is like the proper way of drifting? Is like the team based stuff?
I would. I don't want to say
proper is probably the wrong word for that too. Sorry.
Well,
But,
that's how
like-
it started off. People went up to the mountains and groups of friends banded together and made their goofy team names. So I guess it's how one of the origins. Just say it's one of the origins of it. Yeah.
Do you think it's missing a lot though from today? Because like Final Bout's obviously the only one that really carries it on, at least to that level, to where it's publicized and people actually care.
There were in the there seems to be a lot of teams now. Yeah, it seems like be catching on. I know what you mean. Like in the early 2000s, probably there were only a few people. There was Atlanta, obviously,
It
Team
seems
Rowdy.
like it's all sectored though. It's all mainly like Midwest. It's like, and then California.
Or California, yeah.
And that's about it. Like it's not very ingrained into day-to-day drifting or just normal events, grassroots events and stuff.
Yeah, but it is growing. I will say that. There's every year for Final Bout, there's more and more teams that try out, which is really cool. And I really enjoy that. Yeah, because I do enjoy the battling and one-on-one, like in Formula D or equivalent, like our friends also in Super D. They do more of like the one-on-one style. That definitely is very fun and exciting. But again, I also like doing things with a bunch of group of people and having fun. Like Greg, for instance, he likes a lot of the Formula D battles, and some people like tandem and going head to head and beating people. I just like, hey man, let's get this train of 8 cars.
You like to be reckless.
I like to see everyone flowing together and just connecting. And what is the word I'm trying to look for here? The feeling when let's just say your guys are all riding bikes or something down a hill or a bunch of skateboards together. It's there's just that mental link where everyone's just yeah, you know what your buddy's gonna do before he does it, things like that.
Yeah.
I love seeing people that drive together for a long time. When a mistake happens in the line and you can see they know how to correct it.
It's just natural for
them. Yeah. That's fascinating to me. I don't know, the EMP stuff.
EMP stuff.
I love that stuff. I bet I said the wrong ESP. Sorry, EMP is electrical pulse.
Oh my god. Okay, then so what year did you join Final Bout again?
2020. Let's just say 2020.
2020. How many years were they already doing Final Bout?
They started in 2014. Yeah, and we had our 10-year in 2024. That was a blowout. Yeah, that was when they brought over 2 teams from Japan. They brought Team Charm and Team Lean Sense. And there was 8 cars,
Explain who those teams are to the people, because there's going to be some people that watch this that don't, it's not their thing.
Team Charm is a JZX Chaser and Mark II drift team from Yokohama, Japan. They drive their cars are all candy apple red, and they're famous for around the Yokohama area. And then Lean Sense, they drive S chassis 180 SXs and Sylvias, but they have a pro driver in the team. She's a girl named Sayaka. Man, seeing her drive in person was Kitty knocked something over. Seeing Sayaka drive in person, man, she is crazy good. Yeah, and she had a 300 horsepower 180 SX with a small little Grady turbo, and she was man, her first time ever on the track was just ripping. It was you haven't driven here before. What the heck?
But I guess probably not sim experience, I would assume.
I think she may do sim. I would assume she does, but yeah, she did one little sight lap, and then lap 2 she was drifting. It's
that's
dang.
crazy.
And that's a crazy track. The advanced course has a lot of elevation changes, and if you mess up, you can eat it hard. But she's a professional for a reason. Yeah.
My God. What is the most interesting thing you've been able to collect from all of this? From all these stories and like all the things that you've done in Japan, or even if it's outside of Japan.
Oh man, I'd have to say, just to make sure I answer correctly, do you mean like an item or connection I've made kind of thing?
Yeah, it
I
could
got
be
you.
like a person or anything. It just
I see what you mean. Like something I take like a whole pride with. Right?
right.
Oh, it has to be here. I'll go get it.
Oh, you go get it. Okay, cool.
Definitely my most from doing all this years and years of studying and research. On my second Japan trip, I got in contact with the Nightwalkers, which they're also a JCX drift team in Japan who happen to have candy apple red cars also.
It's a thing.
It's a nice
You know,
color.
it's a thing.
So I'm a huge fan, like more than a fan of these guys.
Where was this? Like, what was the like? Was that on like a desk or something?
Oh,
Like,
I'll
was it
tell you
just a
what,
trinket from their office? Or?
oh, this is like they basically made me a junior member of the team. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so I contacted him on Instagram. I was like, oh, Yubo-san, Hirota-san, I'm coming to Japan. I'd really love to meet you guys. Well, I've been a fan for years. Showed them all the pictures. I took pictures of their cars in 2004 in LA in D1, and they were willing to meet up. Like, yeah, let's meet up. And so Yubo brought his wife, who's also a pro driver named Kiza, and then they brought their other partner, who helped film the DVDs I have over there, called Saisiko. And then we all had dinner together, and I gave them a full presentation of like how the team started. I knew everything. Like they started in 1988, and they were called the Nine Walkers. And when they got more members, they changed it to Night Walkers and everything, and all the history of their cars and the parts they ran. At the end of it, man, they gave me this. They said I was a junior member, man. I cried a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they kept giving me stuff like they gave me their actual professional visors from when they were in D1 Grand Prix.
That's
they signed
cool.
them and everything.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, it's like if
driving with that.
Yeah.
You can't see
actually,
nothing.
you can. Wow, actually, you can. Wow. You actually can see that.
No way.
Put it right up to your face. You see pretty good. It's not too bad.
I mean, I think you're giving a little bit on that one. That's very invisible.
But it's like my Tom Brady pretty much, or Michael Jordan giving me like his jersey and stuff. And they gave me a giant banner too. So when my car gets here from Japan, that's going on there. Yeah. I had to put that on the car. Yeah. God. When he first gave it to me, he said it in English first. He was like, "No one can see the sticker." I was like, "But what do you mean?"
It's a sticker. It's got to go somewhere.
He's like, "Oh, no one else can have the sticker." I was like, "Okay, yeah." I was like, "No, I'm not giving this away, dude." Yeah, because that's a huge deal for him to give you a window banner. Like it's a very, very huge deal.
Is that like just a part of kind of the culture and drifting there, just naturally?
Yeah, if you show that you're really about it and you're really prideful, you're not just somebody just looking for quick clout or something like that. You really care about them and what they've done. They really appreciate that.
That's crazy.
That was really, really nice of them, and I talk to them literally every day. I talk to them every day.
No way, like still
every day. Yeah. Well, I brought him to the final bout, our last event. Kiza Nebo came, and I got her to drive. Geoff Stoneback.
Yeah.
I got her to drive his 2JZ S15.
Ha! Nice.
That was really nice. Yeah. Thank you. Shout out Stoneback. Geoff. That's the guy. Turned 14. And Kendall turned 14.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No more shout outs.
I met him, but yeah.
No, I'll keep shouting people out. I love people.
You shout as many people out as you want. I don't care.
But yeah, man, that's my main thing I love about Japan is the openness and the love that they share. Man, drifting is really cool. Like in one of the documentaries I watched when I was a kid, it was back in 2003. One of the guys, Komatsu, was like, they asked him what would he like to see happen with drifting, and he said he would love to see it spread all over the world and have a world competition one day, and like all those things have happened. So it's like, man, I still kind of get chills for that today. It's like, man, it happened. Like it's worldwide. Now you have like the European leagues that are killing it, drift games, which is arguably I think one of the best series out. Drift games, man, just like it's pretty.
I gotta ask, better than FD?
It seems.
I know you're not a huge.
It
FD
seems
guy,
like
so
okay.
Like,
it's popularity wise or just looking at the footage and everything. It seems like the EuroLeague is maybe a little better, a little bit.
I think from a visual standpoint, yes.
Because they definitely, but I like that
I
arena
think from
that
an
they're in.
actual competition, like driver standpoint, I think FD's got it in the bag.
Yeah, and they have that new format this year too, where they're bringing back qualifying, which is pretty cool. I'll always support FD in any series, like because at the end of the day, it is drifting and it is helping. So
Absolutely,
I want them
yeah.
to stay. I've never been like anti-pro because you need them. You need them.
Explain that though, because like I've tried explaining that before. Like you still need the professional league as much as most people may. Not that they hate it, but like they just don't prefer it.
Well, I love the regular people, like the people in the low level, people getting into it, or just the average Joe. I've just always stuck with it and just get the most enjoyment out of that. But you do need a professional series in order to show it on a broader scale, and also to help bring in more sponsor money or just anything. It's more eyes on it to help everything progress. So I will never ever hate on a pro series because, like I said, you do need them. And also working with Hotworks and other places, like we've helped them out. Like Nick Novak, it's great.
Literal.
Yeah, literal.
That's like
Van
how
Hobson. Yeah,
Hobson,
right.
baby.
Yeah. Shout out Ben Hobson. That guy, man, he's been doing it. I'm really proud of him going to RTR and everything like that. He's very focused and he knows what he wants and he's doing big things. Yeah, it's nice.
Do you think he'll be
Cole Richards too? Shout out Cole Richards. I'm so sorry, dude. Young gun. He's really that kid's hilarious.
he needs to talk more.
No, he
He
is.
more. He's starting to now.
Yeah.
I saw some of the videos you've been posting.
He listened.
He's doing better.
Because Greg was like, "Man, you gotta get stuff out there more," and he's been doing it. So shout out Cole Richards, man. Love you, buddy. He's a really good kid.
Okay, then let me ask you this: out of all the drivers, you can be biased if you want. Who do you think is the next big guy? Like obviously we have James Dean. He's gonna be a legend. We've got Chelsea Denofa was a legend, and like
he's like the people's
Vaughn
champ.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's the next one? Because like a lot of people would argue probably Ben Hobson. I think
he's hungry for it.
Cole is an animal too.
I can see Ben being a top getting up there. Yeah, definitely for sure. Being one of the greats. How do we say it? Like greatest hits kind of thing?
Greatest hits.
Hall of Fame.
That'd be crazy.
I can see him being a Hall of Famer because like I said, he's hungry and he wants it and he seems to soak up information really well too. Like it seems like whenever he goes out and does something he doesn't like, he'll learn from it. It's just for me, watching.
Almost like robotic.
Yeah, he works well with the team too. He talks well with the mechanics, stuff like that. You need that good relationship to know how to set your car, things like that. Tell me what you need. And for him to be able to switch platforms like that too is really cool. And he has a very supportive lady too. He's engaged now, isn't he? Yeah.
Are they?
I'm sorry, probably. I don't know. I thought they were, right? I don't know.
Just believe it out.
Look, so many people are getting engaged now, and just like there's overlap.
I can't keep up. I don't know.
And then when they don't get married in a few years, then you forget. Like 3 years engaged. Like, damn.
Oh. Didn't you get engaged like 5 years ago?
Hey, my brother was engaged for like 10 years. I don't even know. He was the worst one, dude.
That's
like,
crazy.
Lord, dude, what are you gonna do it? What the hell? She gonna leave you?
Anyways, well, yeah, okay. Then what is it to you about besides like just the grassroots, the new guys, like the smaller guys? What is it about FD that keeps you away from not that I'm trying to find the right word that not something you're not supporting, but like you just enjoy the other side.
My interest level, why is it not the top?
Right.
Mainly, I just say probably like the cars and how much money is needed in it now. Because when it first started, they're basically these dudes with license plates. So everybody in the crowd was like, hey, that can be me, like that's literally me. And, like I said, as time goes on, like the next year, like from 04 to 05 FD was a crazy, like, level up. Like I can get some of the photo albums out because I have them all, took photos. It's like, man, like you can see like the sponsors, whatever, were like, oh, this shit's serious. Like, because like they first, first year, like Falcon had like maybe 4 cars, maybe. And then you had like people like Alex Pfeiffer and his Corolla with a license plate on the back. And then the next year, they had like a squad. Like they had like 6 cars. There was 2 FDs. One FD had an SR. One had a Rotary. They had 180s, S15s, Chasers. Like, what happened?
They got sold hard.
Yeah,
they're
like go hard, like, and they did it like and then the year after that, 06 was even crazy. They had a Camaro, like a '60s Camaro out there. Like they were just trying everything. It was like a Forza lobby.
My God.
And then the Viper, like, so 04, like I said, we're literally watching these guys go around, barely linking the course. You got Dodge was out there and GM with their cars. Like, Dodge had a real SCCA spec Viper, like a race car. It was a race car Viper. It was really funny because like Alex Pfeiffer almost beat him in tandem.
Oh my God.
And then like the next year, like, yeah, y'all can't do that again. Like that's a little ridiculous. So then they kind of leveled it down and they got a regular Viper with 700 horsepower. Like, what the hell?
Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's true.
He's got like a 395 tire in the back. Like it was funny. Yeah, it was like they're going balls to the wall.
The FD back in the day was different.
Yeah, Sam Hubert had 2 Vipers. They had one that had a Pro Charger, 900, and then for smaller courses they had the weaker 750 car. Whatever that means. And then not to mention he was a stunt driver.
That's back then though. Like that's normal now. Like we hear that, whatever.
Yeah, because most of the Japanese cars were maybe making 350 to 400, maybe. Yeah. And then the poor Corolla guys were making 180. And
you're not making 300 now. It's like you're not even.
Yeah, you're not even
ball
at all. And then I'll keep going back to 05 FD because that's the year when Sam Hubert had, I believe it was 4 or 5 one more time battles with Taka Ano, and he was in a 5-valve 4AG Corolla, and they kept going back and forth. I rode Atlanta. This was the old layout because now they go around long ways from the horseshoe, and before they kind of cut in early, like in the Grid Life layout. And man, they would go one at a time, back and forth, because Sam would pull away in the straightaway, but little Corolla would just catch him in the midsection, and then when it swapped, he was stuck behind the thing.
Yeah, he couldn't stay there.
Well, he couldn't initiate like he could because he had those big ass tires. So Taka's in the like a live axle 195 tire, just sliding. This guy's like just trying to like get it, and they did 5 more times. And the only reason why Taka lost is because his car was overheating. And then after that, they made a rule that said they could only have 2 overtime battles. Like, because it was like
no more of that.
It was fun. It was fun to watch, but it was like it was a little insane because we were like, "Whoa, he was gonna win!" It was a stalemate every time. I'll never forget that. I was like 17 years old. I was watching in the crowd, like, "Whoa!"
That's so fucking crazy. What was your favorite year of FD then? Like which one stood out to you the most?
2006, because that's the when they had the Need for Speed Underground 2, the little competition, and they just went hard. Like,
oh wow,
Circuit City was like heavy. Circuit City and Sears were heavily invested, and like they had the whole liveries, and there were a bunch of crazy cars. There's drivers from Japan. You had Takatori and his R34 out there. It was just wild. There was a lot of cars, a lot of crazy stuff that they just tried that year. And it was a very cool variety of cars. And like I said, again, they were like professional cars, but you can still obtain it. You can still do everything you saw out there. Yeah, like every part that guy has, you could go buy, which was cool. Well, nowadays, you can still do that to a degree.
Go buy it. You just got to have a lot more money.
Yeah, you got to buy it.
You might have to give an arm a limb or two.
Yeah, you might need to think about it a little bit, or like get a degree or something, or get a good job first.
Oh my god!
Stay in school, kids. I didn't.
Stay in school, kids. Oh well. As far as final bout though, which year has been the most memorable for you there?
The most memorable year that we had was. We had 8 this year, so final bout 6, because that's when we had Takatori and Kazuya come over, and those are another drift legends. So Kazuya, he owns a shop called B Westco, and he's known to be an Origin driver. A lot of people thought he owned Origin Lab. He doesn't. He's just one of their main partners. And Takatori, he's in a drift team called Team Heaven in Japan. They started in 1993. I can even hold on.
So say that one sounds really familiar.
Oh no! What did I just do? Oh no! There you go. Like that.
Cinematic effect. That's all.
Oh, I didn't get the sticker. I'm sorry, y'all.
The trinkets.
Yeah, man. I think I have it. Yeah. So let me see. It should be in here. It should be. Or am I lying? Wrong one. Wrong one. I'm gonna get this. Hold on. There it is. This is it. It's right here. Yeah, I found it right here. Okay. So.
So like, what do you end up doing with all this? Like, it's stickers. I feel like we all have this problem. So like, you know what I mean? I have a box full of stickers
But
that
you
like,
see
I'm
mine,
never gonna put on
dude.
anything, but like I'm never gonna get rid of them either. They mean too much.
I am gonna put them on cars. It's just I gotta wait till my car gets here. So,
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you do have
There
a
we
special
go.
car coming.
These two right here. So this one is from 1998. This is
fire.
from 93. So he gave me this one at Final Bout 6, and then when I went to his hometown in Kyoto, he picked me up and took me to dinner and gave me this one too. Yeah, which is pretty
So cool.
high honor to have these old stickers. I have some from Rosebud in here also, which is a very famous guy, and he's a painter in Japan. He's made a lot of the famous cars you guys see in a lot of the Osaka street drift videos. Here's all this stuff. Yeah, he gave me all these too. These are from 93.
Wow.
They're that old. They're 30-year-old stickers. It's really cool. Like they gave me that stuff, man. Like it's pretty special. Here, this is the oldest one. This Rosebud right here.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was in kindergarten when this came out.
Oh no.
This is from the 90s. Yeah, man, I cherish all this stuff, and they will go on my back window of my car because that's the rule. If someone gives you a sticker, you gotta put it on to be polite. And that was cool because when Takatori and Kazuya were at Final Bout, every time someone would give them a sticker, they would literally stop where they were doing and go put it on their car.
Okay, so explain a lot of those little details that people don't really know. Cause like I didn't really necessarily know. Obviously, that's a thing. Like most people play it as like you're gonna give me a sticker, you have to put it on my car. Like
It's like a
I've heard people
respect
do
thing.
that too. But
It's like if they look at it like if you were nice enough to give me something that represents you and your team, I have to show you the respect and put it on my car to show it being polite.
is there more things like that they do
Yeah,
other than just stickers?
there's
Like
car
obviously.
parts too. Yeah, like if someone needs something and they'll trade them, or give them as a gift. Yeah, because it's a different country. It's a different country. Everything's like the same. Like we have weird sets of rules things don't do here. It's the same thing over there. You can't. Yeah, you gotta be careful sometimes. Like that's why whenever I'm over there, man, I'm on my best behavior. I had to shut up and listen. Or like if they ask me something, like also you can't. They don't really say what they're really thinking. Also, so like if you're somewhere and you're like, hey man, am I being annoying? You're like, no, you're fine. They're not going to tell you.
Yeah, they're not gonna admit that. I get that.
Yeah, but some people will, and some people kind of just don't until like later on. Like, man, I'll come back again.
Like that.
I haven't had that happen to me, but when I was over there one time, my first trip in 2007, I was out with this New Zealand guy, and we were just getting food.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're trying to get food, and I went to the spot, and it was one of the places where it's like Japanese people only. And
yeah, I've heard of that.
well, when I first walked in, they were like, cool. And then when the New Zealand guy came in, they like flipped the script. They're like, hey man, he can't come in. I was like, what? It was like 1950s, dude. Like Jim Crow. Like,
God.
and it said he can't come in. He's got to get his food from the back. I was like, yo. I was like, they're like, you're cool. I don't know why I was cool. Like, you're cool. He can't come in. I was like, yeah.
Dude,
like,
that's so funny.
And then recently too, there was some guy arguing, and he called the cops, and the police showed up, and they're like, I was just outside drinking at a bar, and just listening, eavesdropping.
Yeah.
And it's just like this Australian guy. He's like, I said I gotta come in there, and the cops like, well, I need somewhere else. I was like,
damn.
He's like, well, what's the problem? He's like, it says I can't eat here. It says Japanese only. Okay, then just eat there. Like, this place right here, right? Why are you calling me out here, dude? Like,
We're wasting my time, bro.
Yeah.
So do they have like? I hate saying like they too. Like that sounds bad, but like, is there a preconceived notion of Americans that
Well,
kind of not the best.
It's kind of like foreigners, period, man. Like some
so it's
people
not just Americans.
Some people just don't. Excuse my language. They don't fuck with us at all. It's like, especially some of the old heads, man. They will say it out loud. They've been having a lot of parades lately too because of that new prime minister, and she's very pro Japan first. I mean, they've been going hard in the streets, dude. It's funny, but at the same time, they have their younger kids fighting back, like, shut up. Like I was in Osaka just trying to get some breakfast, and there was this old man. They're all out there like, blah, blah, get out of here. Japan first, blah blah. You stinking foreigners. And then like these young girls like, shut the fuck up. Like I was like, whoa. Like, I'm trying to get a coffee. But 90% of people are very friendly, and
that's good.
Yeah, it's just like things like this, like don't talk on the train, don't be on your phone on a conversation on the it's kind of this like personal space kind of stuff. Just think a little bit. Just do like monkey see monkey do stuff. That's all I do. You'll survive.
Just head down and stay out the fucking way.
There's a lot of TikTok saying, things like, oh, don't go to Japan and go blah, 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 blah. Like, yes and no. It's just like everywhere else. Just
you're going to say the same thing about coming to America if you're not from here.
Yeah, like I've only had one other instance when I was in Kyoto with my mom and wife, and we went to a restaurant. It was my fault. I didn't read the sign because it did say, like, it was one of the, Japan only place I walked in there. The mom and daughter freaked out, like, because the daughter didn't know how to handle this. She was like, blah, 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 Daikokuchin, when she was like foreigners, and the mom was like, like, blah, blah. And they were a little nervous, and like, everybody in restaurants was like, looking at us. And then there was upstairs, a lot of them live up on top of their business and work below, and I heard a voice from there like, go to my son. It's like, let him up here. It was the dad, and the dad, like, we went upstairs, and he served us in like his little personal, like, little room thing. It was actually really nice. And then when I was done, I apologized. I went downstairs and told the mom, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't see the sign. And, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. And I just wanted to tell him sorry. And she was cool. It's okay. Good. She was like, it's all right. Yeah, you guys were respectful.
But then again, they're probably not going to tell you what they actually feel. Like you just
but I let her know I was extremely, like, I was sorry.
Right.
I'm very sorry for coming in here and disrupting the flow. And she was like, that's okay. And they were cool. And, like, the next day, we waved and we're cool.
Awesome.
It was really good food. It was some fried chicken. It was really good.
So whenever you're speaking of food, whenever you're at the track, what is the spots in that area? Like we'll just talk about Ebisu because since that's what everyone knows.
They have a lot of the like noodle places. There's little restaurants that are. Ebisu is like a huge facility. They have all those racetracks and the zoo and everything, but they actually have places to eat there. But if you're going to any other track, man. Whew, you better bring something along. Yeah, you better stop at 7-Eleven.
Seems to be where everyone eats when they
they have everything there. Yeah, it's completely different than the ones. Well, we don't have any in Georgia, but the ones in Cali and stuff's a completely different world.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And everything, like they don't have a lot of like preservatives and stuff in their food, so it just tastes better too.
Dude, I've got to go.
Yeah, man, you should go.
So I've never been out of the country, so like. This year, I gotta do it.
Oh, you said you did, right?
I just got it last year,
good,
so yeah, we're planning on doing that at some point. But
yeah, you'll have a great time. Where were you trying to start? Like, hold on real quick, 1 second. Let me move this stuff out of the way.
Okay, let's pause the podcast really quick because right after this, the audio kind of messes up and my camera cuts off. So I don't know what happened. We had a little bit of a mistake while we were recording this. My camera shut off, which I lost my audio. So my side of it kind of sounds a little weird. I did my best to bump it up and, to where you could still hear me and everything and hear the questions that I'm asking so you can understand the context and all of that. But really apologize. We should be good from here. I don't know what the fluke was, but thanks for bearing with me on this one. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Yeah, so, okay. I'm sure there's probably people out there as well that have never been to Japan and they're probably thinking about it. Is it as easy and as cheap still to like just go? Like, man, obviously I know some people want to go and they want to buy a car and like they do all that, but cars fucking expensive. It's almost like cheaper to just ship a car out there now.
It depends on the car you're trying to get. Well, first off, we'll start with going over there. Yes, it can be very affordable and you can definitely do it. The most expensive thing is just the flight. But once you're there, man, like the exchange rate is very in our favor.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Years? Oh, yeah.
It used to be, like 20 years ago, it used to be the 2 decimals. So, 100 yen is $1.
Right.
And then, but now it's even more. Like now
it's a little harder to calculate.
Now I have to do math now. Yeah, or like check the conversion app. But yeah, now's the time. And if you can buy a car too. What a lot of people do is they get cars from the auctions, which those can be a little, run down and expensive. Because, it might start off on a deal, but if 30 other dudes are throwing their cash at it, then it's going to get high real quick. And also...
And you don't really get to see much of the
unless you have someone there or you're there and do a quick walk around, but how much are you really going to see when you're like in a rush?
Yeah.
You're going to miss something.
At an auction at one point, so like, it's fucking fast.
Yeah.
Time to look at shit.
So I like to get cars from shops or smaller dealers, used car dealers. Like my car I got from a shop called Team Freeze. That was the best car purchase experience I've ever had. I did everything through Instagram DMs. I did everything through Instagram DMs.
No way.
Yeah, well, I used a website called Goonet, GOO-NET.
Professional as fuck.
And that's where I just look to see what cars are available for sale in Japan. That's like a auto trader, but it uses like dealerships. I probably said the wrong website.
That, right?
I did.
Okay. Okay. I'll put like I'll go to their home screen.
There's also other ones called like B Forward and other things like that. But basically, I'll just go on there and type in what I'm looking for, and you can adjust little slide bars to specific needs, like the year of the car, manual, turbo, yada yada yada. I hit search, and then once I see what's lined up, I just go through each car and find 3 of them that I like, and then I noticed one of them was at a shop called Freeze, and a lot of my friends have bought cars in them before. So instead of going through the website, because they charge their own percentage if you buy through them. Because the car that I wanted was this Verosa, and it was for sale for $18,000 on Goonet. And I saw it at the shop, so I shot him a message on Instagram. I was like, hey, see you have this car for sale.
Was it like stock, pretty much, or was it?
Oh, it was like a boost up. It had like coilovers, wheels, intercooler, just light stuff.
Okay, just to get
a good starter car.
To the cost or whatever.
And I was like, hey, I see you have this car for sale. I'm very interested in it. Can you send me some photos? And he did. And he sent me everything I asked for. Asked for a walk around, close-ups, undercarriage. He did all of that. I mean, the listing already had 80 pictures on it.
What?
Yeah, I have them on my computer. But then he did more of things that I wanted to look for. I was like, wow. I was like, well, I see the car's for $18,000. And blah, blah. He's like, no, it's not. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, it's really $15,000. He's like, the website upcharges. He's like, I was like, can I just buy the car through you? He's like, yes. I was like, oh.
Well, I'm glad I DM'd you.
Yeah. So I immediately put my 180 SX for sale. I had oh man, I keep going back in time. Anyway.
No, let's do it. I love this.
I had a Tokyo Auto Salon demo car from a shop called Rue Car Select. And I bought that for not that much money in 2019, and I put it up for
not that long ago.
Yeah. I put it up for sale for like $25,000, and I instantly got hit up by a lot of people. And then one guy in particular, I want to name, but I can't. I can, but I don't want to. I felt bad for the dude because he's been doing enough, dude. He's been through a lot, but he ended up getting the car for me. He paid me everything I wanted for it, which was pretty cool. And then I immediately wired that guy money. Like, I was like, hey, man, I'm going to steal the money. And I went to the bank and did it. And the teller, I guess she messed something up. It wasn't her fault. It was her first time doing it. It's whatever. I don't hold grudges. But the money was in limbo for 2 months. No. Limbo. He didn't have it. I didn't have it. It was just in space. Like, wherever there's another dimension. Like, no one had it. And I was like, hey, man, like, he saw that I sent the money. But I was like, hey, did you get it? He's like, no. I was like, what do you mean?
There was like that clarification.
He's like, no. He's like, I see you sent it. I don't have it. I was like, oh, shit. So I went to the bank and they found out what happened. And they're like, well, eventually it'll get kicked back to you. I was like, no, I want this. Like, okay, I really wanted this car really bad. It was a color I'd never seen before on there. I did some research. I found out they only made 19 in that color. It was a blue metallic pearl. And it was everything, I typically don't get obsessed with things, but I was a little crazy. I really wanted this car. I was like having dreams. I was driving it and shit like that. I was like driving my Honda Fit, pretending I was driving. Like, I wanted that car, and I've always, like I said, loved the Nightwalkers. And Hiroto drove one of those, a Verosa, and he was my idol. And I wanted one of those cars because when I was in high school, I was like, I'm gonna buy one of those when I can. And I forgot about the car until I was like, I saw them. I was like, I wonder. Oh yeah, these should be coming legal pretty soon. And I was like, oh shit, these are like. It was 3 years before they became legal. I bought the car, so I've had the car in storage for pretty much 3 years. Yeah, because I wanted to get it while they were low, and they were not legal yet, and they were ignored. Because most people don't like that chassis because of the looks. It kind of looks like a caveman G35. Not gonna lie, I called the Cro-Magnon 35.
That's a great way to put it.
Oh, dude, So I even had a whole disinformation program to keep the cars low. Like I was making memes and roasting the car and stuff like that. Like here, I made this right here.
I'm doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, dude, I was like, the government does it, I'll do it too. So I made this.
Ah,
I was just,
oh my god, it
you
looks so
see it?
much similar.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's the G35 caveman, the Cro-Magnon.
Man,
So I was doing that
funny.
and things like that. But yeah, so eventually the money got out of limbo. But when it was, other people were trying to buy the car and things like that.
And so he was just like trying to hold it for you.
Well, he said why? I was like, man, I'm afraid. He's like, don't worry. He's like, I'll hold the car for you. I was like, I never met this guy in my life. Hikaru, thank you very much, Hikaru-san. He did everything he said because other people were trying to buy the car. Like I had a guy message me. He's like, hey man, he's stationed in Japan because there's a military base very close to where his shop is. And the guy sent me a message. Hey man, I went up there and was trying to buy the car. I know you were trying to buy it, but I wanted the car. I went up there and the guy showed me every single thing. He popped the hood, started up for me, blah, blah, blah. And I was ready to give him cash in hand. And he stopped me and said, nope, somebody's interested in the car. And I had no deposit, nothing down on it. And the guy was just holding it. Another thing, I was trying to set up storage and to get it picked up because, I'm in Georgia and I can't stay at the guy's dealer. I got to get it shipped to storage. So the guy that I was working with called them. Jeremy from Zap Auto, shout out Jeremy. He called them up just to get some information about the car, and they wouldn't answer anything about it, and they hung up on him. He's like, "Hey man, I'm calling about the Verosa. I want to help out the guy." And the guy goes, "I'm sorry, somebody's interested in the car," and hangs up on him.
What the fuck?
Like he kept his word. He didn't lie. He literally kept his word. So like finally the guy got the money, and I was very, very relieved that the $15,000 just got out of limbo. I was like, my wife's gonna kill me, dude. It was fucking like
Finally breathe.
Yeah.
For once.
And then Jeremy took it to his storage facility, and then when I finally was able to go fly over there, I visited everyone in person. I went to the shop, shook everyone's hand, gave them all. We all exchanged stickers and gifts and Noboris. Yeah, and then they showed me their private stock of cars they have for sale, which I'm not going to say where it is, but it was pretty close by, and it's actually kind of like hidden, like on remember like the old Batman cartoon where something like the bushes would slide back and he'd go into the cave? It was like one of those, so like something you didn't think moved, like that moves out the way, and there was a whole bunch of cars back there. They showed me their whole inventory. It was really nice. And then Jeremy from Zap Auto has been amazing. Another really nice man to work with. He's been taking care of my car. He and his partner, and they really go above and beyond. Like they've had my car for 3 years, and like every month they wash them all. They wash them all. They send me pictures and videos, full walk-arounds. They found some stuff that was like there's a little bit of rust on my roof, and they found that for me, showed me, and they fixed it for me. Like. Yeah.
How did you find them? Because you said you had to like scrounge and look for storage and stuff like that.
There's been a few shops or like foreign-owned businesses that I follow, just because I knew I would need them. Like Stacked is another one that's really good. Shout out Stacked, and they're really good guys over there. Hold on a second, I'm being really rude. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, so I won't be rude. I should know it. I see it. Killian. I'm so sorry, Killian. Sorry, I'm ADD, dude. Killian, thank you so much for everything, man. Yeah, he's another great guy. I was hitting them up, and
no, and they all kind of do relatively the same stuff. Like
yeah, they're different parts. Like Jeremy's in Gunma, which is like kind of northern Japan, and then Stacked is in Kansai, which is like southern Japan. Yeah,
okay,
like Osaka area.
Yeah.
It's like Tokyo, Osaka.
Kansai's where Meihan is.
Yeah, and we're all like where people consider like the best drivers of Japan are. Yeah.
Explain that, because like I would probably agree. Obviously, I've never been there, but like just from video footage that I've seen, like there are some gnarly drivers, and that track is
It's
just from
dangerous.
what my experience on the sim with it, not easy to drive. Just humble brags, like Greg says. I got it down pretty good on the sim. I throw a pretty nasty backy, but I'm sure it's wildly different in person.
Well, actually, I haven't been to that track actually, but I've been to others. But one main thing. Oh no, I haven't been to. I know it sounds like I haven't been to Mayhan yet. Yeah, I didn't have time to my last visit there.
Let's go.
Oh,
I want to go.
but one thing to pick up on if you watch Japanese drifting, especially on smaller courses like that, is they really only focus on one section of the track. So you may notice like they come on that main straightaway, and they come drifting and they come on straightaway and they do the flick and they focus on the main turn. That's what a lot of people over there focus on is certain sections of the track, and they focus on line a lot. Or drift driven here, like people are all focused on like you might think you hear a lot of setups, like hey man, what are you doing for this or blah 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 blah, hey, yada yada. How do you have your car set up? We're over there. They're like, I mean, how are you hitting this line? Or like I noticed you're taking more of an outline, and they try to copy that. Yeah, that's one.
I feel like I guess they don't really focus on setup, but they stay true to the same setup on cars.
Oh,
like,
which place? Sorry.
In Kansai region.
Oh yeah, like for instance, like man, like they'll have specific alignments for the track they're at, like everybody's goat. Oh my goodness, man, I always suck at this on camera. Like I see the guy's car and face and everything. Number one Mac Daddy, dude. Everybody loves. Oh my god, I'm being so stupid right now. This is dumb. Like how I can't think of his name right now. No. The one guy above him. He's Japanese. It only happens on camera. I swear, it only happens on camera. Naoki, there we go. See,
yes.
I get nervous on camera. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So, for instance, he'll have a completely different toe setup and stuff like that, depending on he'll have a bunch of videos where he'll cover all of his different setups depending on the track he's at. Yeah, there's one like at Ebisu where he had his back right tire towed differently, so to help him push through the turn. Yeah.
No way.
Because it's that's a left hand. Well, the old Minami was a left hand sweeper and stuff, so he had his specific toe to help push the car through the turn. Yeah. Correctly, because when you're things too serious, and they really focus on line and driving the track correctly, because when you're in like a big training people, you can't have somebody just doing something random. You need to all be flowing together, so everyone looks good.
Now, why do you think they went down such a different setup type compared to your average, like especially American?
It's just I think it's just mental. I think it's mental mentality and how they study things, because like in all the magazines they have over there, like in U.S. magazines in the early 2000s, they would like cover things and things like that, but then that kind of went away. Where these men, they'll get full out like multiple page breakdowns of like what things do or how to maintain something or how to drive with someone else. Like I have one in there where it talks about the third car rule, which they mention on an old YouTube series called Drift Crash. You can look that up. A guy talks about it, where it's called the third car rule, where if you're in like a tandem train or a Dante as they call it, every third car doesn't follow the line. Well, how can I say it? So you have your car number one, that's super wide. He's driving a wide line so the guy behind him can tuck in and look nice. Because another problem is people tandem too close, you can't get in and it doesn't look right. So he'll drive a wide line and the guy behind him will be stacked up next to him. Now the third car will have to drive a slightly different line so everything looks right and then give everybody room. And every third car, and so you have a train of like...
So there's a group of three and then...
Yeah, it'll just reset. So, yeah. It'll look like one giant train or Dante, but if you look closely, every third person is doing something a little different to kind of make everything flow right. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I'll try and find some footage.
It's annoying on CarX too, man. I play a lot of video games and like I love drifting no matter what it is. So when I'm on drifting online on CarX, man, it's kind of annoying when you're like on the track and like no one's looking in the room. Like, how am I supposed to follow you if you're like right here and you're just like, well, or they'll drift like they're battling. Like we're not in a battle, dude. We're trying to surf with the boys here. Like, why are you
Drift
driving
etiquette
1,000 miles an
doesn't
hour,
exist.
dude? Yeah.
On the sim, drift etiquette just out the
Oh,
window.
well, I was trying to like, I've been pushing it more, and people are starting to get it. Or like, if I'm in the leader, I'll make sure I'll drive a certain way, so people will have to start copying what I'm doing. Man, I was on one Sunday night, man, of some Hawaiian lobby, 808. Shout out to that dude, man. That was a party. Yeah, we were getting at it.
Now, why CarX? Like, since we're on that topic.
Oh, it's just goofy. It's Aceto's obviously the better thing, and I don't have a rig here, but I play in other people's rigs, and that's definitely necessary for learning muscle memories like that, or just getting used to doing things in the car. So when you get into a real one, you don't have to think about it as much, especially with like pulling the e-brake. Watching people pull the e-brake and stuff first time, and then getting stuck. You kind of want to practice that a few times. Where a car and also with Aceto, you got to do a lot to drive with people. Like setting up a server sometimes can be like you may be a computer engineer. I mean, not literally, but there's a lot of steps. Where versus CarX, you just start that shit up, dude. And I like to party and get a little crossfaded at night, and not to play too seriously. Just get to hop on the CarX, dude.
So you'd be playing on the controller?
Yeah, dude. I just have fun, dude. I don't.
I'm not a big video game guy, so like I never could grasp that. Every console I ever bought, like I had it for a month, and then I just never touched it again.
Oh, dude, like say anything drifting related, I'm extremely obsessed with it and love it to death. So like RC drifting, I'm huge into that. Anything drifting, man, I'll support it and do it.
That's something I haven't tried yet.
That's like, man, that and sim drifting are definitely like keep growing. In fact, like the current weld driver, in D1 Lights, and I think the Pro Series too, he came from RC drifting. Yeah, which is it's crazy because a lot of the stuff is like just miniature versions. Like they have LSDs, they have little miniature things, and you got to know setup. You got to set the car up, and that translates, which is pretty cool. I do think it's incredible how they can go from a controller to a car, But hey, if their brain can do it, they can do it.
Yeah. So okay, when I had Prism Mike on, he mentioned how he almost...
Shout out Mike.
Yeah, for real, good dude.
Yeah.
But he mentioned how the transition timing and like all that stuff, it helped him learn a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense
RC.
because when you're sliding with another car, that's one thing I like to focus on too, is try to move when the other guy moves or like predicting what your buddy's gonna do. So I can definitely say with RC car because those things, man, when they're sliding and you see the turn come up, you gotta predict when the guy's gonna go so it looks right. So I can definitely see how that would help with timing. Yeah.
Wouldn't it almost give like that third person, like the aerial view? Like you say you're driving in the sim instead of driving in the cockpit, like the actual seat, you're driving above the car.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that almost be like the same kind of effect to it? It wouldn't translate too similarly?
Well, for me, I would have when I drive on RC cars, whenever it gets far away, it's kind of hard for me a little bit. I could do it, but like, man, it looks kind of bad, but it'll still do it. But like I said, they've been doing it for so long, their brain just knows how to adapt. I'm more of the sim guy though, where I can, you're in the in-car view and everything looks the same with the dashboard and everything like that, and the way the car moves, and you can I like that a lot.
What's a good starter RC car? Like if I was to just I don't want to blow a bunch of money on it, but like just get one to start.
I would say try a Facebook Marketplace, man. People are always selling these things. You can easily find a good deal, and you'll save a lot of money because you need a lot of stuff to get these things running.
Is there like certain brands and stuff that you stay away from though? Is it like?
I recently got back into it, so.
Can you 3D print parts for these fucking?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, people do that. They do it all the time. Yeah, for sure.
Oh shit.
They do that, and then people get really crazy with the customizing of the bodies and things like that too. Which when I first got into it, there was a company called Yokomo. They're, I don't want to say the first, but they might have been the first radio controlled. Actually, yeah, they were their first radio controlled cars for sale. I don't want to say their first ones, period, because somebody was doing it because the idea wouldn't come around. But they were definitely the first ones for sale, and that was in 2004, man. And I bought one. And I was a lifeguard in high school, and the only bad thing about that is no one was no one was into it. I was the only one. And I was like,
everyone's looking at this dork.
Yeah, like what the fuck? And like,
what?
I was like, well, this sucks, dude. And then I went to my mom took me to D1 Grand Prix in California, and that following year, and I was like, oh, okay, they're all in Cali. they had a whole setup out there.
I
Yeah,
guess I gotta move out west.
yeah. D1 was another life changing event, man. I jokingly, because we just gotten back from like a family trip to South Africa, and I had a little flyer. It's this flyer right here. Actually,
the fact that you can just
Yeah.
know where everything is.
We got this in the mail. It was like 2005 D1 Grand Prix. Come out and drive. Well, not drive, excuse me. Come out and support. So I went downstairs. I was like in high school. Hey, mom, like D1's coming in LA. It's like she's like, well, let's go. I was like, oh,
That easy? Okay.
Yeah, man. And I say that was probably the greatest event I've ever like pro event I've ever attended. Because man, like it was an eye opener. Like I said, I'd already seen the first pro events I've ever gone to. Period were Formula D, because that's what the first one I saw in America. But when I really saw what drifting was really represented was that, man, because like it was a completely different like world and style. Like it's how the cars looked, not just like actual look, but how they drove was just, man, it's fucking incredible, dude. Like I'll never forget seeing this guy right here, Kazama. Linked the whole bank at Irwindale, like top of the bank, like smoke coming out of the car, just going insane, dude. These Japanese guys were just, it's you had to have been there. I know all the old people were like, you should have been there. It's one of those, like, man. And then being able to go in the pits and talk to other drivers, because it was early 2000s and nobody, they knew they were famous, but nobody really knew. Yeah. But I knew from the DVDs. So there's no lines to talk to these people. So and then I speak a very little bit of Japanese. So whenever you start, they really open up then. And they're, oh yeah, come into the back, show me the cars. One guy, the Silk Road driver, Nico-san, showed me everything about the car, man. He opened it up. When he found out that we came from Atlanta, Georgia, which is like 3,000 miles away, they were like amazed that we would even come see them. They're just Japanese, dude. They don't think they're that famous.
Yeah. Especially at that time too. Like they're coming here knowing drifting isn't huge in America.
Yeah, and they were just so impressed that we came that far, and I knew all the stuff about him. And he got me in his car and showed me everything about I knew the turbo setup on the car, and he gave me all the stickers on his gear and let me sit in it. I'll never forget. I was like 15-year-old kid, man. I was like in hog heaven, dude.
You probably made his weekend with that just as much as he made your weekend.
Yeah, because we showed him. He had a map of like the USA. I don't know why he had a map in his pit. He's like, "Where are you from?" And I showed him. He's like, oh, I was like, what the fuck? He's like, you came this far to see this? I was like, yeah, man. Like, this is like, are you kidding me? You guys are crazy. You guys are gods. And then, oh yeah. My mom was smoking Nagata.
No way.
Yeah. Because we were in the pits and like I was like, smoky side. Like,
what the fuck?
And that's the year when he just brought out the RB26 350Z. Well, Fairlady, excuse me.
Oh my god, that's right, dude.
Yeah, that car. I remember like, I was kind of like, this is gonna sound weird, funny. I was kind of like anti-engine swap as a kid. I was like, I don't want to put that in there. No, that was like then. that was like then. I was like, why? I was like, SR, this should be in there, or VQ, and why is that in there? And then I heard it going, oh, okay, that's why it's in there.
Then it explains, oh, shit.
Oh, lordy lord.
Casualties.
And they fit very nicely in there, too.
Exactly.
The engine bay looks like it was made for it, especially how near the firewall, how it swoops out like that. Where the battery's right here and stuff like that. If we're sitting behind what am I trying to say here? If you're looking forward at the car, you know where the battery is and where the firewall comes out. It's just shaped. It looks like it was made for that. And it fits nicely with the intake and exhaust manifold.
Oh, dude. It's so good.
And then another thing to think about is the car was brand new. So nobody really knew shit about the VQ yet. I mean, Top Secret had made a few cars with VQ swaps. Like he had a R34 with a VQ30 in it. And then most of the 350Zs they made back then had VQ30s also. They took the 35 out because they didn't know how to really tune it.
What?
They couldn't tune it. They didn't know. Yeah, it was too new.
So they were putting, you said VG30s?
VQ30s. Yeah, they come out like glorious and stuff like that. It's a single turbo car.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because they can just, I don't know. I don't know wiring wise how they got to run, but they got them to run. Like a lot of them were VQ30s, or they swapped out SRs. Like Signal Auto had a SR in theirs, and Chris Forsberg had a when he blew up his because when he first started drifting, he had a 350Z that was a Pro Charge VQ, and then he blew it up, and then on the Still Lady Media podcast, he talks about it where he didn't have any money. Like, it's a new car.
Yeah.
And he was like in his 20s. He dropped out of school to do that. So then like he linked up with C West and MotorX, was the company that imported Skyline and stuff like that, and they threw an SR in there. And yeah, so the first 2 years of FD, he had SR 350Z.
Dude, I bet that makes that car feel
rocket shit, buddy.
Insane.
Yeah, a lot of people were doing SR swaps. Like Signal had them. I just said Forsberg, and there's a few others too that SR swap Z's in 04. And then he blew up the turbo one. He blew up the turbo one and put an N8 one in there and turbo that, and that was in there for the final few seasons before he went to VK45 and the other Z, the convertible.
That's it. That's so wild to think about in like 05 era. Doing a motor swap on a car.
A brand new,
like
buddy.
Now, like, sure, yeah, everyone does it in a brand new car. Like,
but it's different now. It's like now we got the R&D and the team feedback. These were just dudes. Just dudes.
We didn't have 3D printers
just doing this shit. Yeah, man. But D1 was man, that was life changing.
No.
And here my first Rotary at I've heard RX-7s before, but I had never heard like a built one or a racing one on the track. And seeing the Apex and the RM Mamiya car go around was like, oh man, this is making me like a huge Rotor fan too. Because before I was like, these kind of sound lame, like around here like that. But man, hearing those fully built ones, like holy shit, like I see now. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
I've got an FC sitting in my driveway that one day.
I love those,
but. It's one of my dream cars.
Mm-hmm. They're like strong too. They're tanks, and they have really huge engine bays, which is really cool because the Rotary is really wide. Like it's short, but it's a wide engine, so you can pretty much put whatever you want in there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go V8 or what are you gonna do with that thing?
Nah.
Keep rotor?
I don't really care for V8. Like I just don't. I'm not. Like just to be frank, the sound is not. I'm not joking.
No. I feel you.
I go to LSFest and I'm miserable halfway through the day. The weekend. Yes, 100%. I'm sorry, but like.
Now there are some that sound freaking incredible, but they have a lot of exhaust work.
Yeah.
You gotta
have like a lightweight flywheel.
I guess that's like an NA style car anyway. If it just has straight headers come from the engine, it's kind of hard to make anything like that sound good. That goes for 6 cylinders or 4 cylinders too. Like an NA 6 cylinder is kind of like and an NA 4 cylinder is like like sometimes But when you put that turbo on there, that
V6. Ooh. Oh my god. Awful.
Hey man,
that's probably the worst.
They get a bad. They do get a huge bad rep, especially the VQs, man. But you can make them sound good. Like man, one of the best sounding Z's I think was the Amuse Z. That thing was an A, and it just had a really nice exhaust on it. This thing sounded like an exotic.
I don't know about you, but they sound fantastic with a stock exhaust.
Yeah, I love the stock exhaust.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, I love it. And that was the thing, like with street drifting and stuff, when we were doing it back in the day, we pretty much when we were kids, we kept stock exhaust so we can get caught.
Right.
Yeah.
That is totally lost in today's age.
Now they want the cops to come and run and shit, dude.
They make the loudest cars. They put on the dumbest colors and liveries on a fucking, especially around here, like a Hellcat or something. Like that. Imagine.
My friend Kenny was joking around like we were coming back from lunch one time and there was a takeover car and it had like a Deadpool livery on it. I was like, son of a bitch. And then he goes, hey man, Deadpool car or Joker car? I was like, no. He got to pick one. I was like, oh shit, dude. I was stumped. I was in a stalemate. Oh my god. And then he gave me easier one. He's like, okay, I'll give you easy one. He goes,
you should have asked him which one doesn't have the bear claws down the headlights. I'll pick that one.
And then he gave me he goes, Batman car or Spider-Man car. I was like, I chose the Batman because that one's not gonna be as in your face.
That's
like,
fair, yeah.
It's just pretty much just like all black and a little bit of yellow. Where Spider-Man's like, it looks like a birthday cake. Like it's just shit everywhere. Like red, blue, like
It's
white,
a
blue,
bug.
yeah. And black webs on it. Yeah, I was like, man, nothing against people like superhero cars, but I just couldn't do it, dude. And there's people that look at my stuff so they couldn't do it. So hey, it goes both ways.
Oh, absolutely. It's like the whole like donk industry, dude. Like, listen.
Big from
bro.
Georgia, dude.
Actually, speaking of that, what industry of, I guess it could be motorsports or just like cars, is the one you just don't quite understand? You don't get why it's a thing.
Oh man, that's a good one. I would have. Damn, man, this is really good. I don't want to drag it out. I'm not really sure I give you an
Not
answer
to stump
here.
you or nothing, but
Because man, like I used to really not like
the
us.
obvious one's takeovers. That's just lame. It makes no sense. But like, that's what everyone's gonna choose too. So.
Well, okay, with takeovers, like I really can't.
I wouldn't even consider it.
Well, I really can't like call them out at all because I've done illegal things on the road too. So
But
it's
not
kind of
in that manner.
But I guess, but I kind of like I'm looking at like cast the first stone kind of thing. Where like breaking the law is breaking the law, and I really can't yell at them too much about that because I do understand how younger kids want that thrill or whatever. But I do wish that it was done a lot better, or more organized, I should say. Because like when I used to drive with people when I was a kid, we had walkie talkies and rules. So when we did get caught, the
that's
police
all
would like typically just leave us alone. Like one time we were sliding to the spot in the street. Man, we were there from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Holy
And then
cow.
yeah, it was raining all night and we had like stock 240s. So like, yeah, no, not even that because they was stock exhaust. It was just tires going by. And apparently the guy was watching us the entire time. They had a shift change and we're watching. And when we were packing it up, they pulled up. I'm like, hey man, look, they're like, what the fuck? We're like, oh, they try to scare us. And they're like, no, obviously y'all had rules and stuff like that. Y'all had a flag guy and some of the people let people go. And yeah, man, just like, just don't do it again. But that was pretty cool. Like we didn't go to jail. I've never been arrested before, actually, like, period, doing anything. Like, I don't know how, man. I've been caught doing crazy shit. And I just tell them straight up, I'm sorry, dude. And they're like, all right, you can go.
Is there any one of those stories that is like, that you can share that's probably...
Yeah, when I used to have an RB 25 240. And I did it back in I worked as a lifeguard in 07, saved all my money up. And the shop that helped sponsor me called Lethal Injection, he had a illegally imported 180, and he had I wanted an SR a lot, and he was like an RB guy, and he's like, drive my Still 80, and so I drove it, and it was like the shit. I liked the way it had. I've driven SRs before, but those are kind of like I like to call them a boost happy engine, where they really only do stuff when they're on boost. I mean, but that's when they move. They're freight trains, but since it's a 2-liter and 4-cylinder, it's kind of just needs it. Where the RB25, man, they're a little bit higher compression ratios, like 9-to-1, and it has the valve timing. So I was just impressed with how far it just got off the line, period. And he like, and then there's another guy that did a lot of drag racing named Z Later. He's like a wiring guru. He wired my car actually. And they both kind of convinced me to go RB. So I was 18 years old, had this. I bought a Crash Skyline because there's you can get a Crash Skyline front clip back then for $2,000. I bought an R33, 1998 R33 front clip for $2,000, and we took everything out of that because it was a front clip, everything was there, and just put it into the 13 because he just because he had all the pieces. So I just swapped, and I was driving around, and I went to the local meet. There was this older guy, like I looked up to. His name was Neiman. He's like, hey man, can you give me a ride? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna press this, dude. So it was like 12 midnight. I get in the car. It's like mainly first through third pull, get top of third. He's like, cool. And then I go to pull over. I look behind me, police car. Like he didn't have his lights on, he was just there. So I just turned the car off. He gets out the car. He goes, son, what the fuck? Like you're like, old guy, son, what in the fuck, boy? I was like, he's like, I'm fat. And my buddy, he was trying to like say it was his, he was trying to talk to the cop. Sorry, officer, my fault. I just like told him to stop. I was like, man, like, you got me. He's like, how fast you going? I was like, actually, I don't have a speedometer. I was like, well, it had to be over 100. He's like, man, you're doing like 105. it's a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. And he goes, you know what's going to happen, right? I was like, yeah, I'm going to get my car impounded, driver's license suspended, you know, on top of being arrested. And I was like, and my mom's going to beat my ass. And he goes, I'll be right back. And he went to his car for like 5 minutes. And he comes back. He's like, man, just go home. It's like, what? He's like, yeah, let's go home, man. He's like, man, look at your record, man. You only have like one ticket for like a tag light out. And they threw that out. And, you know, you pull over and, you know, you're being nice. And your car's really nice looking. Because it was a one owner 240. I had the owner's manual and everything. It was shiny, everything. Yeah. And I had it all like looking nice. He's like, your car looks really well put together, man. I can tell you spent a lot of time with it. And you were polite. And, you know, just go home, man. Just get the fuck out of here. Yeah. But I feel like I had a lot of time driving. One time I did like I was stuck in traffic and I was really annoyed. I did like a little 180 drift turn to get out of there. And I looked up and there was a cop just like getting in his car. He was getting in there and he just looked at me and I was like, I guess I'm getting pulled over. And then I pulled over. But he was like, when he gets in his car, he just drives off. Like, oh shit. I don't know how I've been so lucky. I got pulled over in Japan too.
I saw at the right time. They're like, I'm headed to the station to clock out. Like, I don't give a fuck about this dude.
I got pulled over in Japan, and I still don't know what I did. I think I do, thinking about it now, because he told me the guy. Well, he was on a bicycle first off, so he was in front of me, and he's like whistling beep beep, and my wife's like, I think we're getting pulled over. I was like, nah. He's like beep beep. I was like, oh, we are getting pulled over. So you know, I pull over. He's like. He told me that he said you can't cross the yellow line, and I was like, you know, I didn't say anything back, but in my head, like there is no yellow line. But then I think what he was trying to say was, I think I crossed the light when it was yellow. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Yeah, 'cause I was like, what yellow line? I think I misunderstood him, and I went through a yellow light. That's what I think I did. And he looked at my international driver's license, which is literally a piece of paper from AAA that cost $20, and he's just like,
yeah, right. It's just like you just fill out a form online or something.
You go to AAA and they just take your picture and give you the shit. Oh, yeah, and it's really funny. You're allowed to, like, according to the little paper, you're allowed to drive like big trucks over there. Like, it's kind of funny. No way. Yeah, I got my trucker. I was like, I got my CDL. I got my JDM CDL.
I made it, Mom.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely get your just get it now. It's good for like 6 months or whatever.
Is that just for Japan or is that for like multiple other countries?
Wherever they accept US license, you just tell them where you're going and they'll like configure it to where you're going. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, but it's literally a joke. It's yeah. I was almost tempted just to fake. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but you could literally just fake it. Like that's what it's just a piece of paper and a stamp, and your picture glued on there. Yeah, they hot glue. The lady had a glue stick. Yeah, she had a glue stick. That's what happened. She glue sticked it on there. Yeah, I was like, this is legal.
Stamp of approval, right there.
Yeah, I rented a car, man. You're gonna love the roads over there too, man. They're.
Are they nicer? Like,
they're pretty smooth. They're pretty smooth in this area, and where I live, you might know. Like, I don't know if you drove East Piedmont coming up here, that really windy road.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived in this area.
Yeah, they're pretty smooth, right? We're like. They're even better over there, man. Like, it's stupid how smooth the road is. And what's really cool is any kind of imperfections, they'll fix immediately. Now, driving over there is very, very expensive. Like, to even own a car, you have to show proof that you own a parking space and things like that. Because you don't have a lot of room. Yeah. So you have to have it's kind of like a little circle, or you have to show, in order to get a car, you got to show proof that you have space for the car. But to buy space for a car, you have to prove that you own a car.
Yeah. I mean, I see the connection because they want you to be a resident.
But
they want you.
But how do you? Like, but if you're trying to buy a car and they won't say unless you have a space, and they won't say in space unless you have a car, it's like you just gotta lie.
If you have a house that has a driveway or at least an area for a car to be parked, then all of a sudden you have a parking spot without the car needed, and then you can go get the car. So like, I think that's the trick.
Yeah, or if you're in a limbo spot though, it's hard. I know a lot of people who are foreign, who are trying to find a place and they couldn't do because they were stuck. They couldn't do either. was like, well, fuck, dude, I gotta like, get the car, but I can't get it unless I have the space. So I can't get the space. They were like, ah. Eventually, they got it though. But
Wait, so okay, then how does that work for us as foreigners if we buy a car there but we don't have space?
oh, like how my car stored at Homeboy's Zap's shop. I just leave it there. Yeah,
So then why couldn't they do that?
they could. But a lot of people like they want to have their car ready for them. And they're I want to go outside. I don't want to.
Yeah, but wouldn't that like that would get you through the loophole?
Yeah, but I guess people they want the convenience of having it right outside of their house instead of having to get on a train or something and go up the street or to another county or town to get
No,
your
I know
car.
that,
Yeah,
but
I'm
like
sorry.
if you get the spot
Mhm.
and you say like I'm getting a car and you use the spot for like I assume you can rent them for just 6 months or 5 months or like something shorter term.
Depends on I don't know
And just
details
now
of
you have
that.
the car, you can get the spot closer to you and say fuck that one now. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I think they're registered to that spot. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because there's just no room, dude. Like you'll see like some of the, it's insane. There's a reason why most of the cars have power folding mirrors. Let's just say that it's like, dude, you're up on people. Yeah, there's not a lot of room, and it really don't. And also it's really hard to register cars. Well, not hard. It's just expensive, man. Like because after a certain amount of miles, they charge you more in taxes and stuff like that. So that's why a lot of these cars people are importing stuff like that were cheaper, I should say, or it was easier because after a certain point they just got rid of them because they charge you such and such amount of dollars to keep this old thing on the road. There's like a smog issue and stuff like that.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gotta suck though.
Yeah, but a lot of the younger crowd, man, cars are starting to kind of. I'd say like when I was first there 20 years ago, the car hobby was like pretty good, but now it's starting to the younger kids kind of don't care that much anymore. Like it's still popular, obviously, but it's more like other people or foreigners are getting popular. Where like a lot of the young kids
there's too
now.
much intervention now. As far, like,
Well, you don't need a
cell
car.
phone.
You don't need a car over there.
True,
You just
yeah.
don't. Like when I went to TAS and last winter, like I didn't rent a car that time. It was like let me just do this train thing, like let me just see and like dude, I was like man, why do you need? I was like why are you driving? I was like man, like this is like it was so cheap. Like
Is it more worth it to do it that way?
man, the train is ridiculously cheap. So my hotel was in Chiba. It was like 2 train stops from the Disney World over there.
Oh, nice.
And for me to go from my hotel to the car show, which was 30 minutes away, was $1. It's like what? Yeah, it's like weird. Wow. I was like, I can see why they don't want cars. I can see why they don't give a shit. I can definitely.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're totally inclined.
You
to
don't
not
you
have a
don't
car.
need it, man. It's so easy too. Like I even went complicated. Like I wanted to go to the mall and I had to get on 3 different trains, and it was so easy. Like it was ridiculously
Is it
easy.
dead silent on the trains? Like most people.
You better not say a damn word.
Really?
Yeah, or you will get mean mugged.
Well, okay, like, have you ever seen somebody actually speak on the train and like something?
I mean, like if you want to tell somebody, like, hey man, you dropped that or something cool. But as far as like having a conversation, man, you're really not supposed to, because it's like a rude.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's
like I don't understand why.
Because people.
Just the
Because it's a confined space. Like, it's different from being outside and talking. Or if I'm in here, with a bunch of people, man, just shut the fuck up. That's kind of how they feel. Like, like we're trying to grab this damn train. Sardine can. Yeah.
So, like, that's why I'm interested, because it's just.
Sardine cannon on there, something like that. Yeah.
Do that here.
It's just, I mean, I get it. It's it's kind of inconsiderate. Oh, yeah, man, blah, blah. I mean, last time I did talk to a few foreigners, but I made sure to be very quiet. Like I was in the corner, like yeah, like hey man, where you going to this? Because I wasn't trying to get yelled at, dude. And even then, the old lady was like, I was like, damn it, dude, man. Yeah, you better not talk on the phone. That's the ultimate. Like all these people over here that have default speakerphone, that would not happen over there, dude. Yeah,
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about. Just no speakerphone people over there, brother. You will, yeah. You will get talked to.
I feel like that would suck to like just. They've all got to be lonely as fuck. You can't meet nobody. You gotta be quiet everywhere. What the fuck?
It's funny, like going out to clubs and stuff like that too, man. It's like, yeah, dude, it's
There's
funny.
No way a club is like.
No, you can.
I gotta be
Well,
there.
you said like meet people, like dates and stuff like that. It's funny because like some people are just so shy they just don't. They just don't do anything, and like you can literally just say hi to somebody, and you talk to them. Oh, thank God, and, like, the won the date or whatever the fuck. You just talk to them because the other guy was just too scared, or vice versa. Yeah.
Wow. What an interesting culture. We're gonna go.
Yeah, you'll love it. It's
You
fun.
have a plan of going back soon?
Yeah. I was gonna go to this year's TAS, but what went down, so I kind of
That's
couldn't.
fair,
Yeah, I didn't want to yeah. I didn't have a job, like spend a couple $1,000s. I didn't know where I was going at the time. Yeah, I was gonna skip this one out. I get giddy. I enjoy it. I like seeing other people happy too. That's another thing I like to see. Yeah, this. I understand how it feels. When you first get your first set of wheels, your first body kit. It's like the joy. I know what that feels like. It's a great feeling. I like seeing people smile. Yeah.
Oh.
And I think why I'm still drifting, man, is the people. Like, I just love them. I like talking to the folks, like helping them out, or like especially if I see like a mom or like a dad and they have their kid and they're like, I can see that they want to show interest in the hobby. I love that, and I want to help out as best I can. Like there's a lady that came with her son, and they come from far away. It reminded me when I was, with my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, my son loves drifting and stuff like that." I got him in a car, like it's fun because he knows you might change that person's life. It's a butterfly effect, man. You don't know what you're gonna do, or who's gonna what they'll become. So if I can help in any way, I'd love to do that. Yeah, even if I'm not even recognized, that's not what it's about. You just push somebody else forward. Sometimes, man, you gotta do that sometimes. Do things for yourself, but sometimes, man, try to help somebody out. It's fun.
I think if you just focus on doing what you love and like treating people correctly, everything comes back.
Yeah, it might take a while, but it will.
Yeah,
It will.
The ride may suck a little bit sometimes, but
Because I've been very thankful
comes
for
back.
things I've been able to experience, man, and I make sure to let people know, thank them. I think a lot of people don't. I've noticed that some people don't show a lot of appreciation a lot, or they'll take, but they won't show gratitude. I try to let people know, man, like I appreciate you. Like shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you gotta let people know why they're alive, man, because you lose people a lot, and it'll be too late when they're gone.
Well,
Yeah.
from a youngin like me, I do want to say I appreciate your understeer page.
How young and how old are you, dude?
Dude, I am 27.
Oh,
I
damn.
didn't get a lot. Like, I got the back end portion of the forum days and like stuff like that. So like, I'm very intrigued with the JDM culture, and you have like a vast just plethora.
Well, I don't like to gatekeep, man. Like, I understand this shit's hard to get or it's expensive. So if I can upload it to YouTube and not get a copyright strike, then I'll do it.
Damn right. How have you been able to get away with that?
Bro, not this New Year's, but 2025 New Year's, dude. As soon as that shit hit midnight, I had 13 fucking. As soon as that shit hit midnight, it was like, beep, 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 beep. You're under watch, blah, blah, blah. I had to delete like 16 videos, dude. It was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which ones were they?
There were a couple of Dory Tens or Drifting Gokus. I got them back online. I figured out how to do it. I had them in kanji, and I guess like the dude that originally made it like wasn't cool with it, and he found them, so I put them not in kanji. Now they seems to be okay now. And then some of them, like the Cycle DVDs, they were cool with me doing it. They even gave me more DVDs. Like the guy that when I met you, everybody, and Nightwalkers, the producer, he gave me the rest of his DVDs, and he was like, "Thank you for putting these online." I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, dude." He's like, "Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. Like it was we worked hard on those back in the day, and we really didn't get noticed then, and then you revived it." Yeah, they even brought the company back. Yeah, man. These guys, fucking fast.com, dude, or AKA Speed Hawaii. They came back in 2024 because of me posting their videos. They decided to make a comeback. Yeah.
Dude.
That's crazy, man. So
You never know.
Yeah, so I told them I got that DVD when I was in 9th grade, man. I spent my money making $7 an hour around that damn DVD. And then and I still have it, dude. Yeah, I watch it like once a year. You gotta watch it.
Is there anything from your collection that you have now that you feel you're missing and you really want?
I've had a couple things stolen from me. Whoa. I recently got one back after like 16 years. I let somebody borrow it, and then I don't know, we just like he just never gave it back. And then like I happened to see him one day, and he was like, "Hold on!" He popped his glove back open, and he gave me the DVG. I was already out laughing. I was like, "Oh, dude, hell yeah, bro!"
What was it?
It was one of my.
A movie or something?
It was my D1 in Tokyo, where they did a D1 event in Tokyo in Odaiba.
Nice.
And he just never gave it back. I mean, I never asked for it back, and I don't know, I just didn't really care. And he gave it back to me like 16 years later. He's like, "Hey man, I got some of you." I was like, "Oh shit!"
You're not gonna believe this.
Yeah. But as far as I pretty much everything I wanted back then, I would like work to get it, or like my mom would just get it for me because I was like a good kid, I guess. Like
I was a good kid, I guess.
I'm like, I would just just do things or help people. So she'd be like, "Here you go." I never asked for anything. Let's just say that I never asked for any kind of toy or anything like that. Like, I just didn't,
What an interesting story.
Yeah, like all these, dude. I've had these since I built all these when I was a kid, and just kept them. Yeah. Now this one they remade
them.
Well, they come. Okay, so these are like these right here. Some company called Hotworks. So they would come bone stock, and you'd have to put the stickers and everything on them. But what's really cool is everything's adjustable. So ride height, camber, even wheel offset. So you can literally set the car.
So can you?
There's these two screws. One's ride height, one's camber, and then with offset, you just have to. There's little sections in the wheel that click in and out, and you just pull them in and out to where you need it. Yeah. And then they have everything's detailed in the engine bay, just like the car. This is it.
Now, is this still a company? Like, are they still?
Oh no.
No. Okay.
These were $20 back in 2004, and now, bro, I sold one a year ago for like $360, and I felt like I was ripping the dude off.
Like finished, or it was?
It was in the box. I never put it together. I had another model I traded a guy for, and I do a lot of model trading and stuff like that, and yeah, man, I was like shocked at how much these are worth now. I was like, whoa, these were like $20 back in the day. Now they're what?
Like 250%.
Yeah, that's crazy. And, but a little loophole.
Wow.
A loophole, y'all. If you guys go to Apex USA's website, they had a back stock of these, like a lot of them, and they sold them for it was $20 more than what they went for. So they're $40.
Still.
So this is from 2003, and they just never sold it. Like they had a bunch of them on the shelf still, so you can still buy them. These right here.
Right now.
You can get. They have a few left. You can buy them.
Shut up.
They should have a few left.
I'll buy one right now.
Yeah, these are great. Like here, you can hold it. Like it's. Yeah, everything's
this has
adjustable.
a weight to it.
Yeah. It has a little V-mount intercooler in there and everything, dude.
It's like the hood coming.
Yeah, it opens up.
So I have like these. I cannot remember for the life of me the company, but it's almost the same concept. Like you can lift the hood up.
Are they the same size or a little smaller?
Tad bit bigger.
Bigger. So they're like 1/18. Okay, so
I saw.
Because that's what in your hands a 1/24. So what you're talking about is 1/18, which is the ones up there. Yeah.
So kind of like. Hold on. Let me see if I can just...
Go grab one. Yeah, man, grab one, please. Please grab one. I'm not one of those guys. Don't touch my shit. Oh, okay. It has to be the Jada toys.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what that MR2 is. Yeah, it has to be Jada. Yeah, those are worth a lot of money too now. Yeah.
So I have the blue S14 from that, and the red S13 hatch.
Okay, they made there's another one up there. If you look in the corner, you see the Urus flag, right there.
Yeah.
In there, if you look to the left, there's a little copper car. That's one of them. That's Kazuya Bai's car. Yeah. Yeah, that's another one. A dude gave me that, man. I went over his house to buy some magazines. He had a bunch of Japanese magazines. We did some trades, and then he tried selling that to me, and I just didn't have any money. I was like, man, I don't have any money right now. And he's like, but I we had a long conversation. He's like, man, just take it, dude. I was like, because he knew I was gonna leave it like that. Like, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna fucking fuck it up. I'm gonna just keep it nice and shiny. That R34 up there next to the Urus signed that white one in the box. That's signed by Nomakin. Yeah, he signed it for me at D1 06. Yeah. I waited in line for 30 minutes, and he signed it for me. Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
If people say he's a mean guy, I've seen him be mean, but that day he was nice.
People say that a lot. I don't think people take into consideration
That people are
the
human?
perspective or the situation that
Yeah.
they're leading them in.
People are human. Like, sometimes you're not feeling, like, sometimes you're fucked up that day.
Yeah.
You know, I try to, you know, there's been a few times where people come to the shop and stuff like that, and I was like, you know, now it's not the time. And I, you know, sometimes a little, like, grumpy. But then I immediately snapped out of it and showed them around. Like, come on, man, let's snap out of it, dude. Could, you know, live with their shoes. Yeah. But I would never get mad. Like, I don't take anything personal. Someone's like, you know, I met Sebastian Vettel one time at Formula One 2015, and it was in a sushi restaurant, and I went asking for an autograph or a picture, and you know, he was a little short with me, and he was like, "Make it quick," and my phone was at the time was like, I just couldn't get it up. That sounded kind of gay. Get it up. I couldn't get the phone to come on quick. So I just walked away. And my mom was like, "Oh, did you get a picture?" I was like, "No." She's like, "We'll go get a picture, blah blah." I was like, "No, no." I was like, "Look at the scene right now. He's literally here with his dad. Like, let's let the man eat some sushi."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let him eat some sushi, dude. He's trying to get some dinner, and just him trying to walk into the restaurant, people were like, you know, "Oh my God, it's Vettel!" And like, so I was like, I thought about it for a couple seconds. Oh, let me leave him alone.
Yeah.
He wasn't, you know, I'm not holding. He just welcome the time. Trying to eat with his dad, dude.
It's always gonna be the right time, but like, yeah, being able to spot moments like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so important.
Because at that time it was almost time for best 16 or top 16 tandem battles, and you know he was trying to get in his car and drive, and like his like manager or whatever was like, "Time to drive," and then like he stopped and he signed my car, so I appreciate that.
What a legend.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
it's all my mom's fault. She has her own model collection. Yeah, she has her own model collection because I've been collecting for so long. She finally got into it because she retired now. And she's really bored.
Yeah.
So now she's building models and stuff like that. She has a pretty cool. It's kind of cute, dude. Yeah,
That's
she's
so cool.
Yeah, she got a little collection and she's real proud of it too. She's like, "I got my models." She's like, she's like, "Come see my collection." I was like, "Oh, look at that. Her models."
That's so sick, man. I couldn't imagine sharing that with your mom.
It's thankful. I am
Like,
thankful,
I
man.
mention that, but like, still, it's so wild to me.
Cause I've seen people like you can really see like sometimes you can see the hurt in their face sometimes when they say things like, you know, mom or dad never supported me. You know, it kind of shakes me.
I'm not saying that. Like, my parents support me.
No, I'm saying like I can see in other people when they tell me, "Hey man, you know, what you guys have is nice." You know, I can see like, you know, the kind of sadness in their eyes sometimes. It's like I don't take it for granted. That's for sure. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, because man, the life lottery is interesting. I gotta say. Yeah.
You're not wrong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously, since we're departing from the current situation, you're going somewhere new, and you've already got that planned out. So, you want to announce?
Oh yeah. So the guys at Z1 reached out to me and offered a pretty good position to basically be on the sales team and help out with the Sylvian Skylines a lot. That's a new market because you know they specialize in the Z chassis, but all these you know cars are becoming legal now, and you know I can help them out because I've done these things for like my entire life, like especially the Skyline platform because my mom one of her friends used to have a Motor X Skyline in '05, and he taught me everything about that car because he had a GT30 turbo on it at the time, an AMV1. Yeah, it made 550. It was midnight purple, and he was kind of like an early mentor. He was a dentist. His name was Mr. Trin, and I met him at a car show. Because I came up to me in a 33. I was like, "Oh, it's a midnight purple 33, and yeah, blah blah Blitz Cessna wheels." He's like, "How do you know all this stuff?" I was like, "I love this stuff, man." I was like, "Can I have a ride in your car one day?" He's like, "Yeah." So for my 17th birthday, he like picked me up and took me out and stuff like that, and took me to Tiger Racing. I met Semi Tiger there, and those guys really took me under their wing and taught me all about like ECUs, tuning, and how deep cars. You know, I knew what mods were, but I didn't know how deep it went or what was needed. Like I didn't know that you had a dyno tune a car. You know, I was a fucking kid, so he taught me all that stuff. And then he had a 400 horsepower 240 hatch with a Sylvia front, and he's let me borrow that. Yeah, like, I was like 17, and he's like, let me drive this Ford. I remember my first time, like he was not there. He just tossed me the keys. I was like, man, he brought it over one day because he's helped my mom replace a window regulator in her Z. And he's like, I was like, man, your car's so cool. He's like, you want to drive it? I was like, He's like, yeah, just go drive it. He's like, yeah, because he was rich. You know, he had 13 cars, so he built that car for fun. Because Sammy Tiger, like,
he probably built it so that he could say that.
Well, he wanted to drift, yeah, because he was known for drag racing Civics. He had an 800 horsepower EG6, and he was like, yeah, that's the early 2000s. They were drag racing Civics, but he had the Skyline, had a turbocharged Viper, Ferrari 355 Spider, 70s Mustang, another Civic. He just had a lot of cars, so he just brings something else over and let me drive them. And so he let me borrow that car for like a week. And dude, I don't know how I didn't wrap the thing around a telephone pole, because he didn't tell me it had a LSD and all this other stuff and OS-Geiken short trans. And I remember my first time flooring that car. And I've driven the SR before. It was a stock one.
Yeah.
I floored that thing with the big persistent turbo on it, man. I was like, I'll never forget that. I was like, holy fuck. It's like it was really laggy because it was a big turbo when it hit, dude. And he had really big cams in it, like 270. He was a drag racer guy, so he had it set up like a drag car. So I remember, yeah, man, it was like, I was like, holy shit. Like, I was like, this is crazy. I do not know how to not crash that car. Yeah. Wow. It was great. And that's why I realized, like, man, big turbos I can.
It's a whole different ballgame.
I was like, man, this is what these guys are doing. They're flooring these things, drifting. It's like, people drift this shit. This is crazy. This is all my concentration to keep it on the road, like not just spin out.
Right. Couldn't imagine keeping it in the boost.
Yeah. So I drive a lot of people's cars. It was like a thing. People leave me their car. Like that car out there right now is my buddy's. So that's not mine. They'll be like, hey, can you drive this, set this up, or blah, blah, or set my suspension up, or give me some pointers, or fool around with it. I do that a lot.
That's cool, bro.
Well, I typically give people's cars back in better condition than I got it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Another cool thing is...
I hope so, at least.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're going to, like, be that considerate, I'm going to make sure I go above and beyond and make sure your shit's looking, like, real good. And so Kazuya Bai, who I've brought up a few times, he's been... In Final Bout 6, he let me drift his car, which was a car built 20 years ago, like candy orange and crazy body kit. He's like, go drive it. And I drove that. And whenever he comes to America and his car is there, he'll let me drive it, which is crazy. So I drove it on US Air. I drove it on Grange, which is pretty wild to say. I got to drive like a Drift Legends, like his car, which is weird. But so I help out Thrash Racing a lot. The owner.
Oh yeah.
I'll help him out with drift events and help him run the event and stuff like that. So he put me in the same hotel room as him, and man, that was probably another life-changing experience, because I'm with this guy for basically like 4 days. Like, we're sleeping in the same room. He taught me a lot about a lot of the things that happen behind the scenes. I had a lot of questions, because there was a driver that passed away not long ago named Karoy. He was very famous for driving RB 240 with Silvius, excuse me. And I had some questions about what went down with all that, and he answered them all. And he taught me a lot of what I really value. He taught me a lot of driving techniques and things like that. He took the time to explain why he did. Man, I'll never figure why you half clutch or things like that. So that was like, man, I'll never forget any of that. It was almost overwhelming. I don't remember everything because there was this constant no. He would just tell me stuff. He would not stop until he would literally fall asleep in mid conversation in the bed. Like, I have a video of him showing me something on his phone asleep. Like the phone's playing and he's just snoring. He's a 50-year-old man. He's old.
Oh, that's so
he's 50-something years old, and I guess like he values that, he wants to pass stuff on, and I'm willing to listen. So that's cool. I value him a lot. Yeah, Mr. Kazuya Bai. That guy's wild, dude. Don't let him run.
I'd love to meet all of them one day. The Thrash Racing brand is super cool. So
he's another guy who's the owner's name is Yusuf. Because originally it was a Japanese brand. I mean, it still is. 'Cause he lives in Japan, but the originator passed away, and then he asked permission to bring it back from the guy's wife and his business partner, and they said they were okay with it. But he's another guy who's very passionate about Japanese drifting and culture. So I think that's one of the reasons why he does so well over there. A lot of things he tells me a lot sometimes is because he said you might notice like a lot of people are well, I guess it's true with any hobby. Some people are in it just for the fad of it, or just because it's what's in at the time.
Yeah.
So he'll say a lot of times to me in text or in person, like he's like, man, there's very few people who are like about it, and like you kind of understand when you know what I mean. Like,
He gave you that grace.
it sounds like some gatekeeping stuff, but you kind of understand what he's saying. Like there's people who like drifting, and there's people where it's a problem, like me. it's a problem. I'm a little too into it. Like sometimes I gotta like check myself sometimes.
I think for drifting specifically, you have to be. I think it'll chew you up and it'll spit you out if you're not.
Yeah, I just care so much about it, man. It just sounds weird, but like it's just I just like have to like sometimes on vacations like don't do this, so I can like see some other things in life, because there have been some things where I've missed out on, or like at the time I was like, yeah, like blah blah blah. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Now I do not regret not going to the prom. Fuck the prom, yeah. I want to still give us songs to that.
I wish I was more into cars than I was during high school.
Oh, buddy, I had horse blinders on. I didn't give a shit about girls, any of that stuff. I was just like cars. I had my 240, and we used to drift in the mountains in Blood Mountain, and I blew my KA up. So I was working 3 jobs to get another car running. Yeah,
I didn't turn 16 until junior year.
Oh, I got you.
So like, I couldn't even really think about cars until it was I need to start thinking about college.
Yeah. Well, Mom, they bought me a car when I was 15. Like, I didn't even ask for one. They just bought me a car.
That's epic.
And I learned to drift in that car. It was a... Okay, so one of the reasons why my name is Understeer King is because I started drifting in a Civic. Yeah.
Last Trey method?
No, dude. I was going fast as fuck. Yeah, weight shifting it because all my friends had rear-wheel drive cars. They had either Corollas or 240s, and I had a 03 Civic LX. But whoever had I think it was a repo, because it was a new car, but it was modded, and they got it from the used car department. So I think it was repoed, or a guy just traded it in or something, because it had the entire. There's a German company called New Speed. It had the full New Speed suspension catalog on it, like everything, like the strut bar, the spring, sway bars, the underbracings, it handled extremely well.
That's crazy.
And it had really good Toyo tires on it, and so I would just ride behind these guys. And I saw in some of the old option videos I have over there, they have some front wheel drive drifters. I was like, well, this is interesting, and I noticed they just had to haul ass, because your back wheels don't push the car, so you need the momentum. Because they were saying, because I know a lot of people in the USA, they'll be like, that's not drifting. But in the DVDs, they were saying it's kind of the purest form of drifting, because you're literally just doing it off of momentum.
I'll raise my hand. Like, I was blatantly one of those people that, like...
Yeah, the DVD, they're like, this is kind of the purest form of drifting, because, like, you gotta haul ass and keep the momentum going to even stay with these cars. So that's where I learned to slide, was just use some braking techniques. So when I finally got a rear-wheel drive car, it was like they didn't allow me to buy a diff yet. So I remember I got my first 240 after I went through a few cars. I had the Civic Coupe I was talking about. Then I traded it in for a 05 SI in 05. And I was like, initial D head and like, wannabe toge racer. And I thought thought I could drive. Could not drive. Ended up flipping the car 5 times. Yeah, not hurt at all. But yeah, I rolled it 5 times. Friend,
how the fuck are you not getting hurt?
Your friend wasn't hurt either, because to be honest, he could have died. And I would have been in prison or something, manslaughter charge, I would assume. Yeah, we were fine. We crawled out of the car. People didn't believe we're in the car and stuff like that. But then my mom was like, okay, you got to buy your own car now. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So I got a 240. and but my friends would not allow me to weld the diff or anything yet. They kept it open diff, and they said I had to learn how to drift it with open diff, and I'm thankful they did that because man, like once I finally got a diff, it was like, dude, I felt like the drift king. Cause I
That
could,
is hilarious.
yeah, they taught me a guy, Harrison Ritchie and Sean Morgan and Gary Morgan. Shout out to them. They were far ahead of their time for the early 2000s with like techniques and building cars. Like
At that point, it's like no wheel
yeah,
drifting. Like you have no power.
yeah,
at all.
it's
Anyway.
KA, and they taught me how to snatch second or just how to keep hauling ash on the Civic, and I was linking and stuff like that, and drifting in turns, and we were in defense and stuff like that. And so when we finally got LSDs, man, that's when we're really like, whoa, that's how we got our sponsorships first. Cause like, man, you guys are killing it, man. Like, it's like, cause my buddy named Damien, he had a he had a single cam 240, and then we swapped it to a dual cam, but we're high schoolers and fucked the throttle cable up. So he was only getting like 70% throttle. And he was linking the whole track with the open diff and 70 throttle. Like, so we got dips and stuff. We all got little like sponsorship by that shop Lethal. It was crazy, man. Yeah, and that's when we got our RBs and SRs and stuff like that. Then we thought we were untouchable. It was funny. Yeah. And then
Basically went down in power going to
it was funny as hell,
dual
dude.
cam from a single cam, yet
It was yeah. Well, he didn't know. He's like, man, this thing is really slow, man. He's like, I gotta really work hard to get this thing to drift, and he was doing it, dude. He had Megan Racing coilovers.
Cams was supposed to be better.
Yeah, he was like frustrated, and then we got home like, oh shit, man, the cable's not on.
Wow. Well, since you have so much knowledge and like plethora of, I guess, style to take from others, what would you say is the pinnacle car for you?
To
What
drift?
would be like whether it's drifting or just I assume it'd be revolved around drifting just because that's what you love, but like what is the pinnacle car for you?
Oh, for me, my Verosa 110. Yeah.
That?
Oh yeah, that's my
Over any car on the planet, like that's
to drift. Yeah, I wanted that. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's my
Just because of like the way it looks and like
This-
the drive.
Yeah, and then also the impact that Verosa have you seen JDM Insider too? It's the one where they do a lot of illegal shit on the road in that car, and like there's that famous road that people drift now. I can say the name because everybody knows it now. Oi Wharf. People, you might notice now people just do that one turn, that 90-degree left-hander. Well, before no one really did that. Further up the road, there was a huge like multi 5-lane left-hand turn. People go over 100 miles an hour and like slide that, and that's where I saw that on that video. I was like, these guys are fucking insane. I was like, what kind of car is that? Because it looks so different. And the guy was just doing the most crazy shit in it. Like, he was the one ripping it along with the magician car and the pink one. I was like, man, I need to know what that car is. And they said it, and then I got to get one of these one day. And that's
So picking your chassis is more than just picking the right chassis. It needs to mean something to you.
to me, yeah. Because, like, of course, there's better drift cars. Like, like a Sylvia or something like that's going to feel better or more nimble, or I can drive that more naturally because I'm used to those cars. But I want to drive something for the complete, all check all the boxes. Got the looks, got the sound, has the nostalgia I want. It makes me feel like a young kid again. Yeah, I'm just so happy I have one of those, and it'll be here in August. It's a long wait.
I'm glad it's coming to the States.
Yeah,
That's
I'm bringing
really
it.
cool.
I'm bringing it. Yeah.
Bringing it.
No matter what,
Good,
dude.
man.
I think my mom's more excited than I am. Yeah.
She's gonna get first drive, right?
But my computer over there, like before I even bought the car, it was an idea. She I sent her some photos of it, texted her some photos. She had all those photos printed out and put them on my wall. I was like, well, fuck, if I can't get the car, I'm gonna feel retarded. I'm gonna feel stupid.
It's gotta work.
I was like, why'd you do that? I was like in my head, like, man, why'd you not have to? Like, if this thing gets sold, I'm gonna be fucking devastated. Yeah, but yeah, for me, man, like finding that car that's right for you, really
agree.
it's
I
important.
just-
Yeah, it's really important.
Not everyone is that way. They wanna,
I love
they wanna buy the
S15. Yeah,
machine.
I love all the popular cars for sure. Like I like R34s. I like S15s. I like
Yeah.
chasers and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a reason why. They're staple cars, but I like to get cars too that are a little out of the radar, or you can get this that have the same parts that are cheaper.
True.
There's like a chaser, like a nice one now is like 25 to 30,000, where my 110 man is like half that. It has newer stuff. It's the newer 1JZ. It's got the better suspension on it. It just people just don't like them because of looks and stuff like that, or they just listen to people. Another car, for example, is the R33. Like people literally hate on that car for no reason.
Yeah,
Well,
we were
really,
just talking about this the other night.
well, yeah, because initial D, literally, they'll like, or like somebody will be like, say some fake fact about it, which is not true. And it's like, but it works out because you can get that car for a little bit less.
Yeah. Keep hating them. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'll hate along with them. That thing's ugly. Shoot, Takatori, who I look up to in Japan, made a joke about it. He goes, Verosa, he goes, you can't tell the front end from the back. And I had to laugh. It was funny as fuck. He's right. It's hilarious.
So true,
You
though.
can't tell the front from the back. I mean, it was hilarious. He's right.
It's
Yeah.
the Volkswagen bug here.
Yeah, I don't take things too seriously. We're like, whatever. I'm a real whatever guy. Like, I think I was one of the first guys with hot pink wheels on my car. I know I did it before Ray's because I had the works on my car. I did them hot pink. I had this crazy vision. People were like, you're fucking crazy, brother. You can't do it. You're gonna blah 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 blah. And then it worked out.
Yeah.
It was great. And then like Ray's made an official color. I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't crazy after all.
I knew I was onto something.
Knew it. And my 180.
Take my royalties, please.
That's kind of the reason why I got that 180 also, because it happened to look like my coupe. It's just, so it was a 180 SX.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people were upset when I sold that car.
Why?
Did you ever see it?
I mean, yeah.
It was like, because like there's only like 4 in America with that body kit and like 10 total worldwide. I mean, you can still order the kit, but I've only seen like 10. I've only found 10 people with it in Japan.
Yeah. Like so many people
Yeah.
don't do that.
I've tracked them all down. Yeah.
I did my research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can track people down and connect. And
That's so cool.
it was really crazy cool looking, but I also knew that was going to be my last car also. And by chance, like, because I got the car for $17,000. It's from a shop called, at the time, AB Auto Imports. I think they're called Spirit of the 90s now. But when I look at the car, my friend sent it to me first. She's like, hey, looks like your old car. I was like, oh shit. I was looking online and my wife came in. Most people are looking at porn at nighttime. I slammed the computer down. She's like, what are you looking at? And I showed her it was the car. She's like, oh, looks cool. She's like, you gotta go get it? I was like, oh shit. So I went down to go look at it. And when I got there, it was an interesting buying experience. I followed the address and stuff like that, and it was at an abandoned Rite Aid or Eckerd. Like, it was clearly a pharmaceutical building where it used to be,
Oh, that's crazy.
and nobody was there. And then like this old guy with a really raspy voice comes out. He's like, hey, how you doing? Here to look at the car. I'm like, whoa, we about to get killed. And he opens the door, and there's all the cars in there, stuff like that. And then, he let me go test drive it by myself, by my mom and I. I was like, you're not going to come along? He's like, no. And drove it around, and I noticed, first off the bat, he told me the diff was kind of broken, and I drove it, and I realized it just had it had a clutch type LSD. So I just shut up about that.
You're totally right.
And then, but the clutch was burned. Like I could put it in first gear, let the clutch out, it wouldn't stall out. It was like an automatic. Like it would just like it didn't. It was just it drove, but it was like an auto, like how worn the clutch out was. And I got into a mini argument with him about it. I was like, hey man, can you like adjust it? Because they wanted like 19 for it. Can you like adjust the price a little bit, man? Because like it needs a clutch. He's like, it doesn't need a clutch. Like it needs a clutch. He's like, well, because the power of the car. I was like, dude, it's a stock red top. It makes like 202 at the flywheel. Like what are you talking about? Like the power. I was like, it needs a clutch. And then he finally like, all right, and they took like $1,000 off the car. And then I bought it. And now I was pumping up gas in it, and they called me back and gave me another $1,000 back. So like
What?
that's why I wasn't like upset or anything because like they made it right. You know, they took that money and got an exotic hyper single, and the car was fine. But the car ended up having a lot of things that they did not know because at the time they know now because they have a staff now. At the time, I think it was just he and his father, and you know they're just importing cars because they had cash and they're selling them like as is. You know, some people got screwed, some people didn't. You know, I ended up lucking out because it had a lot of stuff in there. I didn't know like all the suspension arms were all spot welded and reinforced.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
that.
Yeah, the subframe was boxed and
Hardware.
everything. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And I jacked the car. Oh shit! And
Damn,
then
you did luck out then. Fuck
and
yeah.
I was able to make a profit off the car, which was lucky. Yeah, like I was kind of worried I wasn't gonna sell the car because you know it's a lot of money, you know, for a 30-year-old Nissan. But since I take good care of my cars and they look all shiny, like it was quick, sold.
Oh.
Cause you know I had
What's
proof the
next
car
you
ran.
gonna buy?
Oh, I'm gonna do this one for a while. I'm not selling the Verosa at all. But I guess after that, man, shit. I guess I'd try to get an S13 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
That's always a good one.
It's just they didn't make that many of them though, so they're kind of like, you know,
They did
expensive.
use reviews now,
Yeah, because they only made them a short amount of time, 99 to 02. Because for instance, a 180 S6, they made that from 89 to 98, which is crazy. It's a long time.
99 to 98. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excuse me, 96. Excuse me, 96.
Still.
Wait, let me just check. Fuck
Yeah.
it. We have a computer in our hand.
We got AI in our hand.
Oh, it was 98. I was right.
Oh, well,
Yeah, it was 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy how they had like 2 other generations of cars and still made this thing. I wonder what like the marketing team were like. That's just wild to think about. Like they kept making it. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. The 180 was that popular.
Should run it back.
They had those what was it, the AliExpress chassis or whatever.
Dude,
That was
saw them at SEMA.
They were there.
They were there. The 86.
Fuck
the
it, dude.
was there, man.
I'd buy one because
I'd fucking do it.
at that point people were like, "What about the safety?" I was like, "What do you mean? Like, what? The old '80s cars are so what?"
Pile of shit.
Yeah,
chassis, like,
I'm fine with
fine.
I'm fine with that. That's hilarious. That's funny. I love that. They
I think
redid
it'll
it.
be. We'll see how that goes, but
Fuck it, I'd try it. Why not? If I had the time and money, I'd buy a Bing Shilling shell. Let's do it, dude.
Well, is there anything that we missed as far as like all of this heritage stuff that you have occurred or?
I mean, there's like I've done top speed stuff in Japan in 2007. I got to do a couple Wangan stuff. That was because remember I said I went with the Super Street Magazine tour, and they allowed other, you didn't have to be a magazine editor to go. You could just, if they had a space, you could go. So there was like a rich dude and his son. Like this dude was like a plastic surgeon, and his son was like there too. I don't know what his son did, but they were both loaded. And they hung out with Abflug, and I got to ride in like a GTR going 180 in the Aqualine.
Holy shit.
And then while we're in there, I was like, we're blasting a tunnel. Well, before we went, I was like, so like, what are some things to look out for? And they're like, well, you got to be careful coming out of the tunnel because it's underwater tunnel. You got to be careful coming out sometimes because if you get hit by a crosswind and you're going, or you'll get pushed sideways.
Oh, like
yeah, because you're going, because any kind of steering thing you fuck up with or bump you hit, and you get any kind of outside thing, that's it, buddy. You gotta be careful. He's like,
cow.
so that was on my mind coming out of the tunnel. I was like, oh shit, man, like, this be a way to go out. That'd be, in heaven where the hell you go. Like, hey, how'd you die, man? I died in the Aqualine, dog. This guy.
Oh my god. That'd be funny. Not funny, sorry. But
Yeah, I've done a lot of crazy stuff, man. It's almost like overwhelming. Like I replay my life a lot. It's like, man, like a lot of right place at the right time. Let's just say that.
That's cool.
It's happened a lot.
Seems like it, that's for sure.
Or just I say a key to get far is just I think I've said it a lot of times. Just be humble and just tell people thank you. I can't say it enough. Tell people thank you. It'll go a long way.
100% agree.
Yeah, because I'm case point of that, man. I would never have I would never have thought I'd be able to like hang out with all my mentors and things like that, or become actual friends with them. Like I would never have believed that in high school. I thought these people were untouchable, or why would they want to talk to some,
Right.
little nerd ass kid?
Well, that's awesome, dude. And I just want to say thanks for letting me come invade.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry if this episode was boring, man. I feel like I'm a little boring versus everybody else, man.
No,
Like,
I enjoy this.
because Greg's so energetic, He's like or other people have had her just so like, I feel like I'm like blah 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 blah. Read
It's at my
books.
speed though.
You know?
People see me on the internet, but like I'm so held back. I'm reserved. I'm not a very crazy outspoken person.
You're a great interviewer. Yeah, you keep it. This feels like a conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I've done other ones where people have had like a preset list and things like that,
I used to do that.
which is cool. But I like the just asking me stuff. It feels more natural.
Thank you, man.
And I hope you go really far with your cars, man, in the podcast. I enjoy it, and it's really cool what you do, and I'm really excited to see what you become.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
You're always welcomed on, you and all the guys from Core.
Oh, I guess we can say, okay, so before we go, we can do some like buying car things. So if you're interested in getting a car in Japan, like I said, we've already spoken about the auctions, and you can get a car there, but you're probably gonna get a better deal at a dealer or a private seller.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do see something you like, do like I did, try in your best way to reach out to someone, and they typically will answer you back. And also, I know people like a lot of the grail cars. Yes, thanks to YouTube and this magazines and everything, media, the cars have blown up. So don't be afraid to find an alternative. You got to do what you got to do. Like, you can get a Toyota Crown. That's like another car. We joke around. We call that car the rolling pallet. Because like on average, like a 1JZ VVTi is what now? Like, I'll throw a price out there, $5,000 to $6,000, which is crazy because they used to be $900. Yeah. So, yes, the Chaser's a beautiful car, but you can literally have the same fucking car if you pay less, and you can have the same amount of fun. Like, don't miss out on fun trying to impress people. Like, do you, please? You can save so much money. If you like a Chaser, for instance, if you love those styling of that car, an alternative car to get is a C35 Laurel. Now, they have a lot of similarities. They're both sedans. They both have 2.5 liter engines. It's just one is Toyota, one's Nissan. Now, the cool thing about the Laurel is it uses a lot of Sylvia and Skyline suspension in regular parts. So you get a Laurel, you can get like 240 coilovers and throw them on there. You can do this. And also, Arbor 25 comes in those things. The only downside is, I really wouldn't call it a downside, is they all come automatic Laurel, so they're all going to be converted. So there's going to be some that are like factory. There's going to be some that looks like did it in the garage. So again, just make sure you take your time.
Do your due diligence.
Due diligence, please.
Yeah.
If you do get one of the Toyota versions, like a Crown or any kind of JCXs, you can also buy automatic ones, and they're a good bit cheaper. There are shops that can do conversions, manual conversions. One of those is Rasty. So my buddy Jamil, who owns that Aristo outside, he has a manual converted Crown to my Rasty. It looks factory. Like they put in a Chaser, because that car has like a foot brake, like a Fookie brake. They convert it, you have a clutch in there, but you have a real Chaser e-brake. Like people thought his car was factory MT. And they can do the swap in 24 hours. That is a guarantee. Wow. That's a guarantee they give. Full manual conversion. When I saw what that car looked like in person, I couldn't believe they did it in one day. Like it looks like it came from Toyota manual. They have the leather boot, everything. Everything works.
Send me some pictures of this.
Yeah, it's amazing. Rasty. They can do whatever you want, and most of the dealers over there already have a relationship with those guys because that shop is foreigner friendly. They'll work on your car.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you're dropping game.
She's trying to help people out here. Yeah. Again, if you like 110s, do like JZX 110, they have the Mark II, the Verosa, and the Wagon, which is the Blit. You can get these for extremely, a good bit half off of one guy that sells a lot of used Japanese parts online. His name is Jiren. Last. One guy that sells a lot of used Japanese parts online. His name is Jiren. You know, he bought one. He bought a Verosa. Hilarious guy. But he told me something I never realized because he bought one. A Verosa. I was like, well, I didn't know you like these cars, man. Because you know him. He likes to have the rarest, the obscure stuff. And he told me, he's like, that's the last car available from Japan with the inline six turbo. I was like, I didn't realize that. He's like, so he predicts that, you know, it's going to be jump up in price. I'm still on the fence. I think they're going to stay like a little middle zone. Because, you know, I'm going to admit it. They don't look the best stock. You know, they look kind of like, even mine don't look the best. You know, some people call it the Blobfish or whatever. They call it the Mark II, the Camry, and, you know, whatever. Whatever, but you can do it. If you're interested in 110 or something like that, hit me up. We have a Facebook group, J6 110 owners pages. There's no trolls on there. I'm pretty good at modding that. And if you have any kind of questions, man, people are very friendly. They won't chew you out. So,
Fuck
yeah. Let me see if there's any other cars. Because, like, man, like, it's just, because I already said the Crown. I already said this Laurel. That's probably the best pick. I'm trying to think of something with an SR.
Gloria the other day, but
That's a good.
Gloria's a little.
That's more of like a VIP-ish car, yeah. And also, the motor kind of. Okay, it's a good engine. It's a VG30 DET. Only thing is, though, it might be hard to find stuff for that. See, another reason why I got the 180 and the Verosa is I can just go to the parts store and get shit for that. Because, like a windshield or something like that for the 180 is 246. Where the suspension-wise, 110 is the same as the IS300, suspension-wise. Yeah. So I have a subframe down there. I have all the arms and stuff like that. I can just go throw them in when the car comes. And window regulators, stuff like that. You can just get them here. So do things smart, because some people get these cars, man. There ain't, you know, and then something happens, and you're fucked. Like your window gets broken, and you gotta call some dude in, like, you know, Indonesia, and hopefully you get it. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I really appreciate all this. This is really awesome.
Yes, sir, man. This was fun.
So, thank you, dude.
Yeah, brother.
You're always welcome back on the show. If you guys want me to come back and do one again and dive into even more deeper JDM stuff or what, if you had something specific, just like.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like, it's a lot going on in here, and, you know, when you're under pressure to remember stories,
there's only so many stories we can go through in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Sure it's already been 2 hours.
Because, holy crap, man, I've done I didn't even tell you about the motorcycle street racing my mom took me to when I was like 10. That was a whole other ballgame.
We'll save that one for the next one. Leave them a little cliffhanger.
Yes, sir, man.
But, again, seriously, thank you.
Of course, brother. Anytime, bro.
You'll be at events and stuff this year.
So. Like I said, man, I have to. I love this stuff. I live for it.
We'll see each other around. Mm-hmm. Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
We'll get it done.
Bye, y'all.
Appreciate it.
John Martinet, dude.
I love that.
I hope you enjoyed this episode with Adam from Understeer King. Again, I want to apologize for the mess up in the camera and the audio and stuff. So we'll get it figured out and have the right system in place. I think the hard drive is just getting a little old. We probably need to replace that. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you learned anything or if you want to hear more from Adam in the future, make sure to let me know in the comments. But other than that, appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one.